And we're back. 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 I told you. Told you it wasn't my fault. Told you it wasn't my fault. Told you it wasn't my fault. The computer just went crazy for whatever reason. The computer just went crazy for whatever reason. We're back now. We are back now. We are back now. We are back now. Big up everybody in the stream chat tuning in if you can hear me. Hopefully you can. Wagwan, let's do this. Come on, big up Game Bread. Come on all, come on, come all, come on, come all. We are back, we are back, we are back, we are back, we are back. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are back. What's happening? Let's do this. Let's do this, yeah? Are you here? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Cool. Let me just carry on where I left off. Let me just carry on where I left off. Let me just carry on where I left off, yeah? Cool. Let's just go there. We've done the take key stuff. The girl twerking. We might as well play that again with sound, because I don't think you guys heard the sound, right? You guys didn't hear the sound of the girl twerking and getting beaten up and shit or the fight. So we might as well play that again. We'll play the girl twerking and we move on from there. Boom, 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 boom. So you can hear it all now, right? By the way, just as a short aside observation, you know what I also hate, just to add on to this, I also hate how in street fights, when somebody bigger gets hold of somebody smaller, everyone starts to get really scared and starts to make more noise, starts screaming. You let that girl punch her like 4 or 5 times and didn't do anything. Didn't stop her, didn't try to break up, didn't do nothing. The moment the big girl jumps down and grabs a hold of that little white girl, then all of a sudden everyone starts getting scared. Nah, don't get scared. She hit me 4 times, unanswered. 5 times, however much it was, in the back of my head. Now I suddenly get a hold of her, suddenly everyone's worried. Now everyone's scared. Fuck out of here, man. Honestly. Mind your business. Mind your business. What's this one? Is this there or is it gone? Cool, we done that one about the invoice. We finished that one. What's this? Is that gone? What was that? What was that post? Scuba Ryan. I don't know what that one was. What the fuck was that? Huh. What post was that? What the fuck was that? Don't know. Huh. Huh. What kind of thing was this? I don't know. What post was that? I don't know what post that was. There was some post there that went. Okay, I don't know what that was. You see this? You see this? Tyler got to get into a fight. Look how quickly you can get into a fight in New York. Is this normal? Or is this a skit? Is this how quickly you can get into a fight in New York? Is this how quickly you can get into a fight in New York?
No, don't let him son you, son him back. I'll son you.
Is that how quickly you can get into a fight? Maybe Chud was right, innit, about us, man. Maybe Chud the Builder was right about us. Maybe Chud the Builder was right about us. How can you be that violent that quickly? You see how quickly that escalated? Like, no, you son him, I son you, and then boom. Like, what the fuck? Maybe Chud the Builder was right about us, man. Maybe Chud the Builder was right about us.
No, don't let him son you, son him back. I'll son you.
By the way, I love this bit. I love this bit. I love that. I love that bit. Honestly, like, is it that deep? Really, is it that deep to fight someone like that over 2 seconds? Like, of like someone saying, "Don't let him son you," and then suddenly it turns into a fight. God Almighty, God. Okay, okay. Let's see. What's that? Ada Ross revealed that the researcher will plan to create a server that will allow people to quit their... What? Aiden Ross revealed that the release of GTA 6, he plans on creating a server that will allow people to quit their IRL jobs 9 to 5 and earn full-time salaries from working within the game. What?
Yes, guys, listen. My GTA server, you guys can quit your jobs in real life and work in my server. You could be a janitor. You could be a babysitter.
What?
You could be a Bitcoin. You know, you guys are going to really make money in my world.
That sounds terrible. You want me to be a fucking digital janitor? Like, what? That sounds like a nightmare. That sounds like an episode of fucking Black Mirror. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to quit your real life job to work in a fucking GTA server? Huh? He's acting like that's a good thing. That's not a good thing, right? That's not a good thing. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. What else is going on there? Tylil, Kano Joseph, we saw that already. Cool. Oh, you hear this? Comedian Gina Yashere goes off on Chelsea handler, calls her a effing bitch while recounting the treatment Lonnie had endured on the Chelsea lately, including being repeatedly called fat by Chelsea. So Chelsea handler, right? This woman that's like trying to be super woke is actually super, you know, mean behind the scenes. Who would have guessed it? The woman that's going around telling people like, oh, certain things were offensive and all that malarkey was very mean to other female comedians, especially black ones. I find that quite funny, by the way. I find it quite funny that she was especially rude to the black female comedians. This is crazy. This is crazy. Big up Gina Yashere. Big up Gina Yashere.
Lonnie Love was on there a lot.
Lonnie Love. Yeah, love
and I watched the show, and you
UK
know,
legend.
my manager
UK legend.
was like, that's the show you need to get on, because I was in America, newly in America, trying to get my foothold on the market. And so Chelsea Lately was a show to do. And I watched the show, and I did not like the way that they were doing Lonnie Love on that show. I didn't like it, because they're always calling her names like, oh, you're fat, and you're this, and you're that. And I know that they were friends and whatever, but I just found it distasteful. The way, and Chelsea would do that to Lonnie, and then white male comics who were guests on the show would then start disrespecting Lonnie. And I'd be watching the show going, you wouldn't even be good enough to open for Lonnie. Why are you talking to her like that?
Right.
So I didn't like that.
Right.
Anyway, my manager got me on the show.
Yeah.
I come on the show, and in my mind, I'm like, you ain't going to be disrespecting me on this show. I'm going to come on, I'm going to do my jokes, and I'm going to be funny. I'm not going to disrespect for you, but I'm not going to allow you to disrespect me. Yeah. So I came on the show. Now, before the show, Chelsea's walking up and down the hallway. She don't say hello to me. She walks past me, doesn't acknowledge me at all. Now, she knows I'm coming on the show. I'm there.
Women, man. Women. I don't know what it is about women and work. Women are just like so mean to each other, innit? Especially the ones that are like all like kumbaya, trying to be like women empowerment. There's like, I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. You'd think in the entertainment industry, there'd be a lot more like, there'd be a way more together because there's not so many of them. Or not because of that. Also because of how dangerous it is and how many creeps they are. You think women would like band together and like, cool, there's strength in numbers. Let's hold each other down. Let's lift each other up. You know what I mean? Let's protect each other. But really, women in the entertainment industry, like, it's crazy. It's like dog eat dog, innit? It's dog eat fucking dog. So most likely Chelsea, you know, doing what she was doing, she was probably, you know, not, I wouldn't say not happy that this woman was there, but she knew she was going to kill it. And she was trying to just vibe her out, you know what I mean? Just vibe her out in general. Just unnecessary, really. Unnecessary. They're all like this. I don't know why. They're all fucking like this.
When people are coming on my shows, like when we had guest actors on Bob Hart, I'd come up and I'd be like, thank you for coming on the show. Have a good time. Blah, blah, blah. Anything.
Yeah, exactly, Game Bread. Exactly. It's not good, man. They should stick together more often. They should stick together because, you know, that's how they're going to all uplift each other and change, like, behaviors and just, you know, loads of fucking inherent biases and abuse and taking the, I mean, like, that's how you do it. But, you know, I guess it's easier said than done.
Need. Yeah. And I was the showrunner, but I'd come out and meet
cordial manners,
right?
Yeah.
I'm on the show, I'm a guest on the show. She walks past me in the hallway, just doesn't acknowledge me at all before the show. Not a hello, nothing. So we get in front of the camera. As soon as the camera comes on, she's saying things like, well, welcome to our country. I mean, you can go back and find the episode. Wow. She kept saying things like, welcome to our country, and saying stuff like that. And I was like, I see what you're trying to do, Chelsea.
Oh, she was trying to rage bait you?
But I'm not doing it.
She was rage baiting you?
I just aimed all my jokes at the audience. I go, ha ha, Chelsea. Jokes to the audience. Oh yeah, right, Chelsea. Jokes to the audience. So I was killing. I killed.
Yeah.
I came off. But anyway, so the cameras come on, so I just play the audience. I acknowledge Chelsea in the show and pretend like I'm having a good time with her, but I'm aiming my jokes at the audience. And I'm doing well. I come off, my manager came with me, because she was like, oh my God, she came with me, and I come off and she was like, God, it's really good. And then the producer comes off and goes, oh my God, you're so good. We got to get you back. And I knew I was good because I come from England where I've been doing panel shows my entire career.
Yes.
So I know how to do panel shows. Yeah. So I wasn't nervous at all because I was like, oh, I've done panel shows a million times. I'm good at this.
All right, Gina,
so I had all my jokes written. They'd sent me the jokes like, you know, they send me the subject
different
matter,
subject matters.
Like 2 hours before. So I had quickly written up some stuff and I had to. Anyway, so the producer comes up after the show, goes, yeah, that was great. Love it. We've got to get you back. I'm excited. I go home. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be on Chelsea lately. You know, it's going to be good. It will help me get into the comedy clubs in America.
No, you're not.
This is going to be awesome.
Chelsea said, fuck you, nigger.
Jody, my manager, calls them the next day. All excited. So when can Gina get back on to do another set? And the same producer who said to me the day before, oh my God, that was so good. Yeah. We've got to get you back. That was, you spoke when you didn't sit there and freeze under the lights. It was great. Same producer goes, Chelsea didn't understand her accent.
What?
That's what the producer said to my manager. Chelsea didn't understand her accent. And I was like, but I did my jokes.
In front of her.
I got to the punchlines, the audience laughed. How do you know? And I'd been in America probably 2 years at this point, doing sets all around Hollywood.
Right. Yeah.
So like,
and you had never gotten that feedback that nobody.
Never.
Yeah.
How do you not understand what? I think we can all understand what I'm saying. What do you think?
Right. You speak English.
So I'm basically, I'm like,
England.
because I wasn't willing to let her abuse me on the show, and because I just was like, she didn't want me back on the show.
But it is quite interesting, isn't it? Like Chelsea Handler seems to be a way more mean person than even the fucking, what's her name? The other lady that got cancelled, the lesbian one. But cancel culture doesn't even make any sense, innit? Because I think she sounds way more evil and way more mean spirited than the other lady. The other lady just seemed a bit more bossy, you know? If I'm bugging, what's her name? The lady that had the show, the lesbian lady with the short hair, comedian too. She just seemed really bossy. She didn't seem overly like rude or aggressive and stuff. Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres got cancelled because she was really bossy, I think. In my opinion, from what I remember reading, she got cancelled because she was really bossy. And maybe a little bit of a, you know, she created maybe a toxic she created a toxic work environment. But I don't think she was ever mean. You know, she was never like this level of mean. where you're like blocking people's blessings. You know what I mean? Where you're like blacklisting people, you're putting you're saying that she can't. You know what I mean, like you're doing weird stuff. Like, because essentially, this lady missing out on being on Chelsea lately, you know, is a bit of a career. You know, can fuck up her career essentially. Ellen DeGeneres never really did that. She was just a bit of a piece of shit to like her, you know, showrunners on the show. Maybe being a bit bossy, slamming doors, shouting at them during meetings and stuff. Just doing standard, like, you know, manager, you know, like annoying manager shit. So it's really funny. It's really fucking funny how Chelsea Handler kind of gotten away with it all these years. Isn't it? It's really interesting how she's gotten away with being very unlikable and very unliked by most people, even in the industry and everything else in between. So I don't know. It's interesting how that's worked out. But big up, Yashere, yeah, big up her. Let's continue on. I think there's another clip too, right? One about fucking what's his name? Let me see. What? What type of comedy is this, by the way? Why does Ari always do this? Howie Mandel got completely caught off guard when Ari suddenly got naked in front of him. What type of comedy is this?
Would you be a large? You'd be a large.
I'd be a large now.
Look at this. Feel those.
Jackie, turn around.
What? You take off your pants all the time on stage. Isn't that your thing?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Jake! Jake!
Oh, shit.
Let me know when I can turn back around.
Not yet.
Okay. Can I turn back around yet?
Not quite.
Okay.
Holy shit.
All right, you can turn around.
Okay.
Let's see how these work for the rest.
Well, you are Jewish.
You feel pretty good.
What type of comedy is that? What type of comedy is that? Isn't he like 50 as well? Yeah, man, cool. Big up Ari Shaffir, I guess. Big up Ari Shaffir. It would be really funny if that lady comes out later on and says she was sexually abused. that would put a real damper on his career, in it. That'd be really funny. If that lady he told to turn around and said that she felt what you think was, she felt what's that word that women use when they want to be like dramatic about shit? She felt threatened, she felt scared. Like, do you know what I mean? It'd be really funny if she came out and said something like that. It would be so funny. That would put a real dampener on this little joke, in it. What's that word that women use when they want to like make you feel like you're a creep? What's that word? It's a word like, is it scared? You're scaring me. You're scaring me. Is it you're scaring me? You're scaring me. Yeah, I think you're scaring me. I think maybe you're scaring me. Or something. Yeah, it'll be really funny if she comes out and says something like that. It'll be really fucking funny. It'll be really fucking funny. Uncomfortable, that's the one. Yeah, you make me uncomfortable. That's the one. That's the one. Maybe uncomfortable. Maybe uncomfortable is the one. Maybe it's uncomfortable. But regardless, if she comes out and says something, I'll fucking love it. I'll fucking love it. Comedian Gina goes off on Chelsea. We saw already. Keenan and Kel put their friendships to the test. We don't care. Mum influencer. Nope, that's too sad. What's this? What? He IDF soldier. They're doing coke. No way. I gotta watch this. What? IDF soldiers doing coke while they're on live stream is fucking crazy.
Are you guys in the IDF?
Are you guys in the IDF?
Yeah, I was in the IDF.
How was it? How was serving in the IDF?
It was perfect. Yeah. I have a question for you.
Yes.
You think the people in Israel are racist?
Yes, yes. I think you guys believe that you guys are better than other people. I mean, the fact that you kill Palestinians and you call them terrorists, you kill little babies and you call them terrorists.
So what you say now, Israel is a racist country.
Yes.
There are 2 million Arabs that live in Israel that have a blue ID.
If I'm telling you that there's apartheid in a country and you're telling me, well, no, we have 2 million Palestinians that live here, you need to have another population in order to have apartheid. You are only proving my point.
They accept the peace?
They don't accept the peace. They
look at that key. I know that style. I know that style. I know that fucking style. Look at that key. Look at that key. Ooh.
have no other choice.
They had no choice. No. I mean, you are in the army, the one on the side. You are in the army, right? You went to the army. Is that cocaine? Do you have cocaine? Is that cocaine, man?
What are you doing?
Are you sniffing cocaine? Oh man, you're having a good time. What's in your hand?
What's in the key?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, that was a smooth switch though. That was a smooth switch. That was a smooth switch. That was a smooth shit. What key? What key? What key? Look at his guilty eyes. Look at his guilty eyes. What key? Look at that. What key?
What's in your hand?
What's in the key?
That was smooth. What key? It's a glass of water, mate. There's no key here. It's a glass of water. There's no key here. Honestly, man, coked up IDF soldiers is kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. Coked up IDF soldiers is fucking scary, innit? It makes sense how they're able to do what they do, though. I'm not gonna lie. It does make sense how they're able to do what they do. But imagine coked up, young, fit IDF soldiers is a scary sight.
Yeah. Enjoy. Wallahi, we're happy for you.
What you guys trying to do?
We're having a conversation. I just want to understand the mentality.
I've been there before. He's seen things. My guy's yacked off his mind. He's gone.
Before you.
What you guys trying to do?
We're having a conversation. I just want.
My guy here is gone. My guy here is away with the fishes, bro. Oh my god, man. Coked up IDF soldiers is not on my bingo card.
To understand the mentality of the people who go to the army and think that everybody deserves to die.
Fucker's doing cocaine.
It's like doing cocaine.
Rotted. I didn't know they're on that type of shit. I'm not gonna lie. Do you guys know a lot of Jews that do coke? Is that a thing? People in the Jew chat, let me know. Do Jewish people do coke? I think they're big drinkers. I don't know why, but I think that some Jewish people might be big drinkers, but I didn't know there'd be class A sniffers. Okay, cool. We did that. We did this. We did most of that. We did this. We did the. Cool. You don't. What's that? They have no morals. Zios maybe cannabis. Yeah, those are not Jews. They're Israelis. Aren't Israelis Jews? Aren't Israeli people Jewish or not? Or am I bugging out? Those are not Jews, they're Israelis. Aren't Israeli people Jewish? Not all of them, but aren't they largely Jewish people, no? Or am I bugging? My ex-colleague, good pal of mine, is Jew. He used to be on lunch breaks on that bookstore at Canary Wharf and read for free. What? Hold on, he was sniffing lines in the bookstore. That's a fucking psycho, man. He's a good lad, man. At least he's got his head screwed on, innit? Doing bumps while you're reading is fucking crazy work. Israelis death party hard. Yeah, and yeah, exactly. Dundas. Yeah, they've got good clubs. I've heard actually. They've got a good, decent scene. Actually, weirdly enough, but if I go to fucking, what's it called? What's the city? What's their main city called again? What's their city called again? Off the top of my head, it's not Jerusalem, is it? What's the main city called there? Please forgive me, but if I was to go there, I probably couldn't post on Instagram though. If I went to fucking Israel to party, Tel Aviv, that's it, Tel Aviv, yeah. If I went to Tel Aviv to party, I couldn't fucking post on Instagram. I'd get destroyed. I'd get absolutely destroyed. I'm asking to yeah, cool. Asad is he's always looking out for me. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Love. Let's move. Olivia Rodrigo on people wearing diapers on festivals. People are wearing diapers to festivals, People are wearing diapers to festivals.
I have been to certain concerts and certain festivals where people wear diapers so that they can be front row of the show. And that's been an experience as a performer that I've smelled and experienced. That is insane behavior!
Anyone that's been to a concert recently, like, or someone in the stream chat that's older, if you're older, let me know if you're older, right? If you're over 40 or something, let me know. If you're an older person in the stream chat, please let me know. Is this normal? Has this always been a thing? I feel like lately, the gigs that I've been to, there's been such a rush to get to the front. What's this obsession with getting to the front in the concert? I don't get it. Like, what's this obsession with being at the front and staying there? I don't understand this. Every gig I've been to recently, there's this weird obsession with people getting there super early and running right to the front to stand there the whole entire gig. I do not understand it. When I went to shows, it didn't matter, like, as long as you got there on time before the openers or whatever, it didn't matter where you stood. You could move around. You could kind of go there, then you could go here. You could go, do you know what I mean? You didn't just stay in one place. What's this obsession with standing at the front of the fucking barriers? I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Especially wearing a diaper so you don't have to move. Wearing a diaper so you don't have to move is crazy work as an adult. Could you imagine what an adult shit smells like in a diaper? Could you imagine what an adult shit must smell like in a diaper? Because when kids shit is stinky, but could you imagine when an adult shits with that adult diet? Oh, I can only imagine how, like, even your piss, if you're drinking, even your piss and your drinking, I can't imagine. Big up Alyssa. I'm 44 female and in my youth been to many concerts, mosh pits, and I've never had a need. Exactly, thank you. Big up Alyssa. Big up Alyssa. I love that. I'm 44 female and in my youth I've been to many concerts, many concerts, mosh pits, and I have never had the need for a diaper at a show. Exactly. It's never that deep. It's never that serious. The stench, exactly. We can't be stepping on human waste at concerts. I would crash out, exactly. It's still got behavior towards the artists into what they need to be removed. Yep, exactly. Big up Zia, I agree with you. Jack Donny Jr. No, it's not all for a gram. We didn't have that. Exactly. I don't get it, man. These kids nowadays love being at the front. Every gig I've been to recently, they love just like standing there, like, and guarding the front area. Like, it's so weird to me, man. It's so weird. Also, if you happen to get to the front, you stayed until you had to piss or get another beer, then someone else have the chance. Exactly. That was actually an unwritten. Big up Jack Donny Jr. I'm glad you said that. It's like an unwritten rule. Whoever got at the front, maybe for half the gig, it then cycles around because they then go to the toilet, they then go get another drink, they might go to the smoking area, and it kind of moves around. And then you might see them again later on the other side of like further down the gate, further down the front of the barrier. Sorry. You don't just stand there the whole fucking gig like a psycho. You don't just stand there like a fucking security guard in the front of the gate the whole night. Who does that? Who fucking does that? And then you're shitting and pissing into a diaper. Ew. Anyway, last thing before we get on to TFATK. So Olivia Wilde. This lady got into a bit of a passer when she was directing a movie that was starring Jason Sudeikis. No, that starring fucking what's his name? Harry Styles and the other lady from Dune. And during the filming of this movie, her and Harry Styles ended up hooking up and ended up, you know, being together for a bit. But during that time, she was also on and off or had a rocky relationship with this Jason Sudeikis guy. I'll big up Abe Martinez. Appreciate you, brother. Big up Abe Martinez. Hold on, let me just quickly press and then I'll continue my fucking stupid story. You gonna come through or not? I don't know. Big up Abe Martinez. To be honest, makes even less sense when it's a DJ. Weird, exactly. Yeah, big up Abe Martinez. I don't know why it didn't come through, but big up Abe Martinez, exactly. Anyway, so Olivia Wilde had not had an affair, but you know, started dating Harry Styles when she was making the movie. Around the same time, her and Jason Sudeikis, however you pronounce his surname, apologies. They had broken up at that time. Anyway, there was a whole lot of drama around the movie that she made. And then her and Harry Styles ended up hooking up, and then I think, you know, that obviously they broke up in the end, blah blah blah. And she got a lot of backlash online for it, mostly because of the age gap and because people felt like she moved on too quickly from that Jason Sudeikis guy, right? But if I'm not mistaken, when she made that movie, the other people in the movie also felt uncomfortable that she started dating Harry Styles. I think they kind of felt it was a bit unprofessional, whatever else it may be, right? Or maybe they just liked Jason Sudeikis, I don't know. But it was pretty obvious at the time that the hate that she was getting wasn't just about her dating Harry Styles and him being super young. It was just about the way that she went about it, innit? So in this particular clip, she sits down with a cooler daddy girl, Alex Cooper, and she, you know, basically explains her side of the story. And the main thing I took away from this clip is the following. Why do some people just find it really hard to take accountability? Especially, no offense, the ladies out here. Why do women find it really hard to take any accountability for something? Like, I understand the hate and the cancelling and whatever and the trolling was a little bit much during the time, but she was getting literal death threats. I get it. But surely you have to understand where people were coming from. Look from the outside in, how it looked. You know, it kind of looked a bit crazy. 1 minute you're with the Jason Sudeikis guy, you got 2 kids together. They weren't married, but you know, long-term relationship. And then it seemed like from the outside in that during the filming, she kind of cheated on him and fell in love with somebody else. Obviously, fans of him aren't gonna like it because he's a, you know, he's a beloved person and shit. So you can clearly understand why people would like be, you know, would have some sort of, you know, negative feeling against you about it. But for some reason, she doesn't have any of that understanding, and she actually thinks she's the victim. So I don't know. I'm really curious how people's brains work, and this is one of them. It just fascinates me how weirdly she conceptualized everything.
I need to hear just your take on men date who are in positions of power, date younger women all the time. Like is, and everyone's like, and
yeah,
like there's no question. What do you think was so triggering to people seeing you dating a man that they deemed you the position of power and the older woman? Like, what was it there that you think was upsetting to people?
Oh man, I don't know. It really did upset people though.
The resentment, the suspicion of you.
Yeah. Like, yeah. It was crazy. I don't know how much I understand it yet. That's one of the factors that I never really felt like I fully, I don't know. I mean, I know that it has existed for a long time in our society. Like, I understand it had very little to do with me. It is something that we've done this to women for a long time. Why is it? I don't know. People were...
Women, really? Women. Yeah, they hate me because I'm a woman.
Fucking pissed. I think that I think that it also had a lot to do with the kind of parasocial relationship people have with him, which is a burden that is very weighty and not something I envy, and he carries it with grace.
Maybe because he doesn't see it as a burden, you fucking trollop. Maybe because he doesn't see it as a burden that he has fans that love him and his character. Parasocial. The parasocial needs to also retire. That word is lost all of its meaning, man.
I think that is an enormous responsibility that all those like stars have to carry, and it's fucking impossible. I don't know. It's wild because I mean, we had the loveliest relationship, like so sweet and so beautiful and like really actually very like domestic and kind and lovely. And like, I think that we existed in this like little bubble, and the judgment never really like got into that bubble, which was a miracle and a real testament to like to us like making that happen. I think that people were mad. They were just, it's almost like the happiness made them mad. Like I would like go to his shows and dance and people were like, oh good she.
You slut. You fucking slut. And you're like,
how dare you dance and smile? But you know, like, oh God, yeah, that is why. What do you think? Why do you think
I think it's
I don't know. Yeah, that's her name. Florence Pugh didn't even promote the movie. She was in the movie. She didn't even promote it. She refused to promote the movie after all the thing went down. She refused to promote it. So I don't know. Florence Pugh seems like a good one. Florence Pugh seems like a good egg. Every interview I've seen of her, she seems like one of the more even-keeled actors. She seems like a pretty normal person. So if Florence Pugh doesn't like you, I don't like you either. So yeah, this woman's full of shit, man. But you know, it is what it is. She had her fun, I guess, isn't it? She got to get her back blown up by Harry Styles. She got to feel young again for a bit, you know. I guess it worked out for her in the end. I guess it worked out for her. Big up Olivia Wilde, I guess, for a certain point. Big up her.
It's almost similar to what you, and that's why I was so fascinated to ask you, because I do think this is such an important conversation to have. I think that it's similar to Thanksgiving that you just talked about.
Oh yeah.
I think that it's we police women's morality to such a different degree that
no, we don't. If a guy did that, it'll be the same thing. If a director started hooking up with somebody on the show that they would on the movie that they were directing, people would have the same issue. Especially if that person was already married or in a serious relationship, people would have the same issue. It's actually a good thing that people were judging her, because if that was a man and it was the other way around, it'd be super worse. The guy would be described as a fucking pedo, you know? The guy would be looked at as a pedo, even if the person was fucking of age, because at that time I think Harry Styles was basically 30 years old or something, or 28, 29. You know what I mean? If a man did that, it'd be the same thing. It'd be even worse for him because he'd be literally looked at as a fucking sex offender.
than men, that, and especially mothers, the fact that you have kids, you're fucked.
Oh yeah.
So you're presenting in a way that when you do go through a separation and then you are dating someone who is, you know.
By the way, Jason was dating someone,
right?
I think even younger. I think his
no, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think that there is a expectation.
Look at her snitching on her baby daddy. Jason, shut up.
And especially as a mother, that when you go through that public separation with the kids involved, you are supposed to be self-sacrificing.
You move to a convent.
And you need to be sexless.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I think it even happens before separation. I think Esther writes about this a lot, but like in this country, motherhood means no more sexual being for you, young lady. That part of you is over now. And there is this puritanical basis to that, which is like, you are no longer capable of desire. You don't deserve it.
It's really insulting to say this, to be fair. It's really insulting. No one's saying this. Nobody's saying because you're a mother, you cannot be a sexual being anymore. No one's saying because you're a mother and you go through a separation that you can't find love again. Nobody said that. People just saying in that circumstances, it felt like an abuse of power. It felt a little bit inappropriate considering it was a movie, right? Like, what's wrong with that? A lot of people like Jason Sudeikis. Maybe they didn't know that you were going through a separation behind the scenes. It's okay. All she could have said is like, hey, what people don't know is that me and Jason weren't having a good time. That's what she should have said. I understand what people were saying. I understand how it looked from the outside in, but I can guarantee you there was no overlap. Me and Jason were not intimate for a long time before the movie started. We had already kind of like, you know, separated behind the closed doors, but we were very private. We didn't want to make it public for the sake of our kids, but we had kind of like separated behind the closed doors. I know it appeared a certain way on, you know, in front of cameras, but I can guarantee you that behind closed doors we were trying to work it out, trying to kind of co-parent as best as possible. And then obviously along the way I was making a movie, and I happened to kind of fall for somebody that I was making a movie for. Maybe not the most, you know, maybe not my best decision I've made, maybe not my finest hour, but these things happen. Instead of being like, oh, this is like they're trying to silence women, they don't want women to be happy and to feel desired. It's like, nobody's saying that. Nobody said a woman that has kids and gets divorced can't be desired or shouldn't be able to go out and have her fun or whatever else. Nobody's saying that at all. Even the age gap thing wasn't that big of an issue. It was just more so the, oh shit, that Jason guy, everyone fucking loves him, he's super beloved. It seemed like you were cheating on him with fucking Harry Styles. People got upset about it. That's it. It's not that deep. Fucking hell, this woman.
You have served your purpose, and now if I see you without your baby and you are like enjoying yourself as an individual woman, I see that as a betrayal of this covenant. And it, you know, as steroids that like in France, when you see a baby, when people see babies, they think about sex because they're like, that baby came from sex, so that couple must fuck.
She's fucking, okay, I gotta leave it there. She's, you know, pretty lady, but there's not a lot going up in that head. There's not a lot going on in that head, which is understandable, isn't it? God doesn't give people that look like that brains. Let's continue. Let's what the fuck she's talking about. Cool. TFATK time. This episode was brutal, people. This episode was brutal. This episode was brutal. I'm gonna tell you this now. This episode was brutal. There's not much here. There's not much here. I'm telling you now, there's not much. There's not a lot here. There's not a lot here. This episode was brutal. Even though it was 1 hour 27 minutes, it was kind of brutal because they had this guy called Jonathan Otto, who's like some woo-woo red light therapy expert guy, you know, like whatever. Yeah, brutal. Okay. I repeat, brutal. So first clip I want to play for you guys is this clip. Joe Rogan is just like me. Joe Rogan is just like me.
And Joe swears by red light.
Joe's also a little bit like me.
Yeah.
Where we'll try really anything, the new fad, stuff like that. Brian's more, you know how he...
And spaced. And Joe swears by red light.
Joe's also a little bit like me.
Yeah.
Where we'll try really anything.
Whereas Joe's pretty, you know, he's pretty evidence-based. And Joe swears by red light.
Joe's also a little bit like me.
Yeah.
What Joe likes, I like. Joe Rogan's just like me. What? I keep telling you guys, man, when Joe Rogan dies, this guy is it's gonna be his 9/11. When Joe Rogan dies, it's gonna be Brendan's 9/11. He is gonna cry in a way that you've never seen a man cry before on camera. And he's got a lot of practice on that. He's got a lot of practice. There's been many videos of him crying on camera. He's gonna cry in a way that you've never seen a man cry on camera. He's gonna cry in a way you've never seen a guy cry on camera. He might even faint. He might even faint. You have not seen it. Trust me. When it happens, tell me I'm right. When it happens, you better come back and tell me I was right.
Yeah. Where we'll try really anything, the new fad, stuff like that. Brian's more, you know how when you grew up in school, they had the food pyramid?
Yeah,
like he still swears by that.
Well,
so he's just old school. Like he believes in government and not conspiracies.
I'll tell you why.
That's right.
But I'll tell you why.
Joe Rogan is just like me. Joe Rogan is just like me. I don't get it. I really don't fucking get this guy. Also, what's with the set? So the other one with the fucking great background that Chin or the other guy Tyler fixed up, where's that then? Where's that wall? Is that on the other side? So did they use this one because it's wider and they can fit more people in it? Where's that other wall? Why don't just use that? Why don't just put the chairs closer together and use that nicer wall? Why would you put on this shitty one with the fucking exposed pipes and shit? Like, why? Just use the other one, no? And just bring the fucking chairs closer together. Is it really that difficult? I don't know. Strange. Next clip. This one might make you a bit sick. This guy here advocates for drinking your own piss. This guy there advocates for drinking your own piss. He's a big fan of drinking your own urine. So they talk about it for a very, very long time. They discuss it seriously, and Brendan seems to be kind of interested. Brendan seems to be really interested in drinking his own piss. I can't wait for that, by the way. He's super knee deep on fucking nicotine. He thinks nicotine's going to reverse whatever damage CTE's done to his fucking brain. And he's also sure, it seemed like he was kind of interested in drinking his own piss. So it's going to be really funny to see what happens next. But yeah, this guy drinks his own piss, and he's trying to advise. You know, he's not trying to advise because they seem really interested, especially Brendan.
So book trusted home help today. That's $15 off your first task using the promo code FIGHTER with TaskRabbit app or TaskRabbit.com.
Because you fought with certain guys that drank their own urine.
Yeah.
Famously, I remember Leoto Machida used to talk about it.
Yep.
He drank his own urine, and you trained with him.
And he had to come out and say he stopped doing it because he got so much backlash.
Yeah.
But his family, the Machida family, would drink their urine. They'd like put it in the refrigerator.
Please
and drink
explain
it.
that shit, because I'm never doing that.
Well, I'll piss in your mouth right now.
What?
Yeah, dude. If it
Make
helps.
sure you drink
I'm just
a
trying
lot
to
of
help.
water, dude.
I'm trying to help.
Make sure you're super hydrated, though.
Yeah, dude. What my thing is, with going to the urine, I want to know how the hell. Who was like, man, we better look into this urine.
Oh, of course. Well, everyone.
Well,
no, okay, well, okay.
I will say you are a ringing endorsement because he looks every bit of 23. And
Yeah, if you look like shit, it'd be a hard sell.
You know what I mean?
I'd be like
if I was in here going, guys, at the end of the day, if you want to look like me, you'd be like, oh,
Yeah, it's like when
That's right. You look good, man. And you-
yeah, I mean, if I was
it's like
80,
when a fat guy's giving you tips on like health, you're like, buddy. Okay.
yeah. Or a life coach who's got 2 roommates. Tough.
Yeah. Or a skinny guy in the gym, like, you should try this. Like, I'm all set.
Yeah, I'm all set. Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. We all thrive and fail in some area in life, right?
Yeah,
so
preach.
yeah.
So the urine stuff.
Okay, yeah. So when I say everyone, what I mean is that basically all of the world major cultures all did it in some way, right? So whether it was Egyptian, Roman, Greek, Jewish, Taiwanese, Indian.
I don't know where they got this guy from. Where they found him. I don't know, Craigslist or something. I don't know where they found this freak. But listen to his piss story.
Chinese.
Everybody at one point drank some of their piss.
Taino.
The Warriors?
It's in their cultures. No, not just the Warriors, but like, okay, Jews used it.
You don't know who Jonathan Motto is, Samantha? Samantha, you don't know who Jonathan Motto is? You don't know who Jonathan Otto. You're not familiar with Jonathan Otto, Samantha? You're not familiar? The legendary Jonathan Otto. The piss drinker. The famous piss drinker, Jonathan Otto. You're not familiar with him?
For the bubonic plague. And they was so...
It's like a rumor, bro.
Well...
You're going to doubt this guy again. We got to educate, bro.
Put it in. No,
Bring it up, Chin.
Yeah, you have to understand that people knew this because it was part of biology.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't babies drink 1 liter of urine a day in the womb.
Hey ladies, did you know? Hey ladies, don't piss while you're pregnant. Hold that piss in, your baby needs it.
It wasn't babies drink 1 liter of urine a day in the womb.
Hey ladies, when you're pregnant, don't bother pissing. Don't bother alleviating yourself of that urine. Keep that in your bladder. Your baby needs it. Your baby's thirsty. Your unborn baby is thirsty. Keep that urine inside you, ladies. Don't piss it out. If you're pregnant, don't piss it out. You're going to fucking make your baby not be able to drink. Your baby needs to drink, huh? This guy's brilliant.
It wasn't babies drink a liter of urine a day in the womb. A liter. 90% of amniotic fluid is urine, 10% is fetal lung fluid. Okay, so now
Interesting.
Urine has then become the most single studied substance in modern medicine.
R. Kelly's like, yeah. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, consent is king. Consent is king. And
tell it to Brian. Tell it to Brian, bro. Tell that to fucking Brian. Tell that to Brian, man. Tell that to fucking Brian.
And
Trump's like, yeah,
so then he's
exactly.
still in trouble. But if he had consent, it'd be another story.
Yeah. And if the girl wasn't 14,
he was doing.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, thank you for refreshing my details.
Yeah.
Okay,
so she's not the only one who got the golden shower.
Also, how does Brian Callen know that off the top of his head?
Consent, it'd be another story.
Yeah. And if the girl wasn't 14,
he was.
How does he know that? He's a real creep, innit? Brian's a real creep, innit? Brian's a real creep. Real creep. Like, he's the type of creep where he had a daughter and he's still not uncreeped. It didn't uncreep him. You know, most creepy guys, if they have a daughter, it somehow kind of like makes them suddenly realize, oh, women aren't just like sexual creatures. They're not just like objects that I can just fuck. Women also have feelings. Women are also people, you know? Sometimes creepy guys are, oh my God, you're actually a human being, you know? And they develop more empathy towards women. This guy had a daughter and he's still creeping. This guy's got an 18-year-old daughter and he's out here thinking about teenage girls and shit. Talking about hookups. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't uncreep him. If anything, it just made him more creepy. It's actually kind of impressive. It's actually kind of impressive how he's toned it down. Oh yeah, and she was 14. How do you know that, bro? The guy that knows nothing about pop culture stuff, right? Brian's usually kind of clueless when it comes to like pop culture, current events, stuff that's, you know what I mean? Especially because like R&B is R. Kelly. Why do you know that? Why does Brian Callen know the age of the victim in the R. Kelly case?
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, thank you for refreshing my details.
Yeah.
Okay, so
she's not the only one who got the golden shower. And also remember Trump with the golden shower. I think there might be a health kit.
That turned out to be all bullshit. That was the Steele dossier.
Or he was trying to help him out.
Yeah, right.
We got Coiler. Hey Chin, good work. Space is set out in a linear way against the wall so we can't fit everyone in the frame. Yeah, it's brilliant. Brilliant. And we've got a little image. Look, we've got a small image of the plaque there, right there in the corner, by the way. Look at that. Nice framing of the plaque right there on the fucking windowsill. We got half a frame. We got half of the YouTube plaque right there. Brilliant, Chin. Brilliant work, Chin. Brilliant fucking work. Never change. You are the MVP.
You think about it. But keep going on your
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So your body is producing antibodies continually to whatever you're poisoned with, and I've seen this. I saw it 2 years ago in Kenya. This girl, 14-year-old, got bitten by what the locals said was a deadly scorpion, and I watched her like this on the ground, like fading, and I said, "This is what I would do."
Well, you stick your dick in her mouth. What do you mean? This is what I would do. What did you do?
Please do it. I mean, I'd been doing it at that point, and this is what I've said to you.
What? What? Please do it. Do what? Piss in a cup and let her drink it? What did you do here? So huh?
You probably because you say, I'd never do that. Dude, what if you got bitten? Now you've heard this story. She came out of it like nothing happened to her, asking me if we could, give her some shoes.
From the antibiotics in the
asking if we can what? Asking if we give her some shoes. Girl gets bitten by a scorpion, nearly dies, and when she wakes after drinking his piss, she wakes up and says, "Can you buy me some shoes?" What? Okay, bro. Okay. I believe you.
Asking me if we could, give us some shoes.
From the antibiotics in the urine.
Yeah, the antibodies, the anti-venom.
I thought it was just all waste, and that's why you're pissing it out.
There's no way. Okay, think about this. It's such it's a hardcore atheistic concept to think that somehow the body's in so much chaos that it dumps waste through urine when it dumps every neurotransmitter is in your urine, every hormone is in your urine. Everything that's in your blood is in your urine. So why would your body release the things that you're deficient in? Doesn't make sense. Okay, now.
So why do you piss then? What the fuck is he talking about? So we shouldn't be pissing. We should be. We should all be pissing into cups and drinking it back, and continuing that cycle forever. If piss is so vital, if urine is so vital, right? That means we should never really be pissing, should we? It should never go to waste. However much we piss, we have to put it back into our body. Yo, give me an IV drip. I'm not drinking that shit. Give me an IV drip. Especially given the amount of energy drinks that I drink and stuff, I'm not drinking that shit. If I have to put my piss back in my body, I'm taking it in. What's that word called? Intravenously. I am not putting that in a cup with ice and shit. Fuck that. With ice. Maybe could you add like vanilla extract to your piss so it doesn't smell, so it doesn't taste weird? Is that possible? Could you add like a little vanilla extract so it doesn't smell crazy when you're drinking it? Oh.
Wake Forest University, NIH take.
Ever heard of it?
NIH, yeah, they take a grant. Well, NIH give them a grant. Wake Forest use it to fund a urine-derived stem cell study. They collect 140 stem cells in a 24-hour urine sample from each of the 10 adult males. They replicate this 10 times over. They let it age for 3 weeks. It goes to 100 million at a rate of 1 times 10 to the power of 8.
Urine age.
Mm-hmm.
Like
100 million stem cells.
urine.
Do you understand now what's happening in the womb? Why the stem cells getting used for knee injections?
Yeah.
It's amniotic fluid. What's amniotic fluid? It's urine. It's filtered blood. It's a concentration of stem cells, and that's how you were formed in the womb. What do you think happens? Like if I took a heart on a scaffold and had some of the material, a genetic blueprint of the heart, and if I put a stem cell on it, it would form into the heart. And what do you think is happening when you're urinating
What? What did you just say? Your heart on a scaffold?
A heart on a scaffold and had some of the material, a genetic blueprint of the heart, and if I put a stem cell on it, it would form into the heart. And what do you think is happening when you're urinating every 1 to 3 hours in the womb and it's filled with stem cells and it's going all through your digestive system? You could look up urine forms the lungs at around 10 to 12 weeks. So it goes in through the mouth and nose. It's living water, like the Bible.
Hey yo, Alyssa, sis, please, enough, stop. Alyssa, please stop. Please. Stop. Stop, please. No. Ew.
Is interesting. It talks about living water. I'm not saying that that's necessarily urine, but it's a concept to think about, that there's way more to this than what you've been told.
So how often are you drinking urine?
Every day.
And you're just pissing like a frosty mug, and then
yeah. First morning urine, I'll just pee in a cup and drink it.
And how much are we drinking?
First, imagine, you know how fucking dark and stinky morning urine is as well, and it's hot. Morning urine is hot, bro. That morning urine is fucking hot. That one where you're like bouncing up and down, taking off your fucking trousers, taking off your fucking boxers. That morning urine where you're like, could you imagine how it's like tea? This is some white boy shit, bro. This is some white boy shit. Oh my God. That morning piss. That first in the morning piss.
Drinking like a whole... I'll fill up a fucking...
Because you're dehydrated, that's why.
Well,
I don't know.
You might be right. Yeah. All I do is drink
we're
soda.
all dehydrated, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I've seen people reverse the dehydration issue I did. I drank 2 gallons of water a day and still felt like I was dying. That was, I haven't talked about this
But that
much.
strips the water.
I know, but if you have to, you have to.
Yeah.
Like if you feel like you're dying, your body's, I didn't have hypochondria. And as soon as I started drinking urine, then I mean, think about it. Urea is practically the only clinically.
Good timing. Good fucking, he got thirsty. He heard urine and he got thirsty. Man heard urine and got fucking thirsty. Look at him. Man heard urine and got thirsty. Man heard urine and got thirsty. That is crazy work, bro. That is crazy. Urea. Urea on rocks. Urea on the fucking rocks. It's crazy work.
Clinically proven skin moisturizer, okay, because it puts water back into the cells. Urine is your own blood filtered, okay? It's gone through your kidneys, so then it absorbs and.
So how much pee do you drink? Let's get down to fucking.
Okay, let's talk about that.
You know,
Okay,
you're definitely, your body does shit and piss.
Yeah, because would you rub shit on your face?
No, but the babies don't have any bowel movements in the womb at all.
Just urine.
Okay, so.
What? Babies don't have bowel movement. So what? Are we copying what babies do in the womb? We should do what babies do in the womb and drink our own pit. Like what? What the fuck is this guy talking about?
Not eating. They're just drinking.
They're drinking urine.
Yeah.
Okay, so explain that to me, Brian. How do the babies live in that environment if they're dumping their waste through their urine?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Well,
I'm
then
just
how
telling
can
you. I'm telling you that part of what urination is getting rid of waste.
Well, you've been told that, right?
No, I haven't told that. That would
You didn't
make
research
sense,
that.
right?
You didn't research
like
that.
you're peeing. Like if you didn't pee, there's a reason you pee. It's not just because you're getting rid of vital nutrients. You're also getting rid of waste.
No, it's to balance blood pressure. That's the reason why you have to urinate. So you have to balance blood pressure. Your body can't utilize those minerals in that time. That's what's happening.
Excess minerals and everything that it's getting rid of.
It's actually to give it back to you.
Shut up, you fucking idiot.
I'm telling you that we are
So
biologically
we should just
designed
drink piss all the time.
Well, at least some. As in, we're biologically designed for it. Like, what do you think a Gatorade is? It's an attempt.
What? What? What do you think a Gatorade is? Excuse me? We're comparing Gatorade to piss. Huh? What do you think Gatorade is? I love this guy. I love woo-woo guys, honestly. I love proper woo-woo people. When people are proper woo-woo, I fucking love it. What do you think a Gatorade is, huh?
to make urine because it's higher in sodium. Okay,
It does taste. The old Gatorade did taste like urine. Pickle juice.
I tend to go with history, right? And human beings. Most
They've been
people,
drinking- no, they've
most
been
people
drinking
don't want to
piss.
be pissed on, and there's a reason.
No, you're talking about different things.
Most people are like, hey, get your piss out of here. Like if you're pissing and somebody hits my leg, I'm gonna be like, hey, what the fuck?
It's indoctrination. You just got told that since you were a baby.
No.
part of the
Every
problem.
culture agrees with me. There might be something to it.
No, I don't think so.
Where piss is not
Dude,
really
he's
what
been
you,
all over.
The reason
People
you don't want a
drinking piss
golden
everywhere.
shower is it's a little weird.
Not for the
speak
people
for
that do-
yourself. I know some chicks who love that stuff.
Hey, bro, not just chicks. Be fucking. I mean, there are guys that probably like it too.
Okay, well, you got some. Dude, I didn't want to talk about this part, but wait, okay, firstly, you have to think about the oddity in creation, like what I'm saying, or intelligent design, or some atheistic explosion, whatever you think, right? But why is the baby? It cannot escape its own urine, and of the 400 chemicals that were tested by the Environmental Working Group, they found 180 that are proven to cause cancer, birth defects, and brain deformations. It's going straight into the baby. How does the baby survive when it dumps its urine through its waste?
Why is he kind of making sense? I'm not drinking my piss anytime soon, but why is he kind of making sense? Why is bro kind of making sense? Someone tell me. Why is bro kind of making sense?
Tell you what it's actually doing. It's making metabolites to those poisons that signal the removal of those poisons. It's the same reason why that girl had the most deadly type of thing that you can have in your body that could shut down everything in minutes. and she then drank her urine. It was safe because it's filtered through the kidneys, which is the same process that about 180 liters of 180 liters of blood are getting filtered through the kidneys every day. 99% of it gets reabsorbed, 1% goes to the bladder. It's this, what is coming out of you is the same thing about 178 liters is getting reabsorbed of the same substance. That's just filtration.
Look up what's in urine.
So how much urine would you have to drink a day to get benefits?
Oh, it could be a few drops. It could be 2 ounces or 1 ounce, or I've seen.
So you don't have to drink a lot. What was it? Why did Leota drink it? What was the logic behind it?
Same thing. He thought it kind of what he's basing off of. He was saying he's putting all these nutrients in his body, and a lot of the nutrients are in the urine. So he's drinking the urine to replenish.
So a lot of it
peptides.
is
It's interesting.
So 95% water, 5% solutes, electrolytes, pigments filtered from the blood by the kidneys. Key components including urea, creatine, uric acid,
It's
and salts
creatinine,
like sodium,
which is a breakdown
potassium,
of
and chloride.
Yeah.
Go back.
But notice how you're not even seeing what are actually waste products.
So primary waste removal system for excess nutrients and metabolites.
Yeah, exactly.
So it gets rid of the excess nutrients and metabolites.
Yeah, it's interesting that you think about this.
What's this? Chill, AZ. I'm just trying to hydrate you, bro. It's good. It's crazy. Why is my things not coming through? Oh, is my shit not working? Honestly, today's been a fucking annoying day. I think hold on. Let me pause the piss chat 1 second. Well, actually, I'll let the piss chat play and then I'll just turn the screen off because I need to fucking actually let me pause it. I need to double check and see why my thing's not working. My Streamlabs. Oh yeah. We got everybody tuning in, by the way. Like the stream. Should I ask you to like the stream after this piss talk? It feels a little bit disrespectful to say that. I'm not gonna lie. It feels a bit disrespectful to tell you to like the stream and subscribe to the channel after this piss chat. I'm just glad you're here. I'm just glad you haven't left. I'm just glad you haven't left. Okay, don't do anything. Just be where you are. Stay where you are. Don't do anything. Oh my god, bro's kind of making sense. I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling so. I could shot some piss. I could just like back of the throat thing. Like, do you know what I mean? Not even let it taste my tongue. Not even let it drop on my tongue. Just go. I could do that. I think I could do that. I think I could shot a bit of piss in my mouth. I've drank worse, I think, over the years, Big up the mandem. I think I've had a lot worse in my fucking mouth over the years. No homo, pause. Yes, homo. A little Jaeger bomb shot. A little Jaeger bomb shot of some piss. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with a bit of Jaeger bomb piss? What's wrong with a bit of Jaeger bomb piss in the mat? Huh? What's wrong with a bit of Jaeger bomb piss? A little Zambuca shot. Huh? Oh my god. Okay, let me copy this widget. 1 second. Let's see if this works. Hopefully this works. Let's see, does this work? Hopefully this works. Does it work? Oh shit, big up Assad. I didn't see your fucking donor there. I'm sorry, brother. Let's see. Yeah,
you have a gun?
It's working now, cool.
TBH makes even less sense when it's a DJ weird.
Big up Abe Martinez. Appreciate you, bro. Let me also get my guy Assad Aziz thing on here. 1 second.
And I'm loyal to default.
It's not playing it, but it says, Bappa, hey Brian, we haven't had a guest on the show for a while. Brian, I know this trans Thai looking guy with an Aussie accent who drinks piss is crazy. Pick up Assad Aziz. Another Assad Aziz one.
Do you have a gun?
Chill as I'm just trying to hydrate you, bro. It's good.
Chill, I'm just trying to hydrate you. Is fucking crazy. This guy's a legend, bro. What a legend. What a fucking legend. What a fucking legend, honestly. Anyway, back to the show.
This logically, right? How does somebody that's deficient in everything have excess nutrients and excess metabolites? They don't. They just can't utilize those in those moments. It's needed to go back into the system.
Run it up. We've got 5 more minutes of P talk. Can you handle it? 5 more minutes of P talk. Run it up. Can you handle it? 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Sit tight, and we'll move on. 5 more minutes. I promise we'll move on. 5 more minutes.
This is a supercomputer, and if you look at like the actual breakdown of urine, you've got 5,600 documented small molecule metabolites.
Yeah, exactly, Koila. Just drink Bud Light. It tastes like piss, especially room temperature. Bud Light. Ooh.
And compounds in urine, and so there's so much information that your body needs. It like needs information on everything it's poisoned by. It needs that. This is where the concept of vaccinology actually came from. It was a hack of urine, because you could always get whatever you're poisoned with. Your body would have that innate intelligence without someone in a white coat, and then
What? Your body just makes. Huh?
you would have the antibodies to whatever you're poisoned with. And so, I mean, I could show you all these crazy images of these before and afters of people that had the most severe reactions either to the COVID vaccines or something else going on, because I've seen it work even for cancer, which I didn't expect to say, and I would never.
If you drink piss, you won't get cancer. Is that what you're trying to say? If you drink more urine, you won't get cancer. It prevents cancer. It heals people from cancer if you drink piss.
Want to mislead somebody, right? I'm not saying it's the sole therapy, but I've seen it work in late stage cancers to people being in complete remission.
So will your wife and kids also drink urine?
No, my.
Oh, look at him stuttering. He was all well and good promoting it. Good question, Brendan, for once. He was promoting this whole piss drinking thing. Will your wife and kids drink it? Interesting, huh?
Will your wife and kids also drink urine?
No, my wife.
No. Now you're fucking stuttering. Now you can't speak the English language. You were very clear and well spoken before. Now all of a sudden you cannot string your words together without stuttering.
She does it when she's sick, and she's used it to take away warts and things like that overnight. Right? That was cool. She tried for 2 years to get rid of a wart and just dipped it in urine, and the next day it was gone. That's super common.
What? How do you dip a wart? Well, like on her toe, on her finger. She pissed into a cup and put her finger into what? What do you mean a wart? But where was the wart? Like, I don't understand this. It shrunk up the wart.
UTIs are really easy to get rid of with urine. I've seen that work 100% of the time personally on people that I know that have done it, and it's typically anywhere between 12 and 24 hours.
So if you're sick and you drink urine, it's gonna help.
It should fix it. It should get.
Look at him, he's super intrigued. Brendan's actually locked in, you know. Brendan's actually locked in. He's super interested in this. So what, if I get sick, I can just drink my own piss? Forget an ibuprofen. Forget a fucking paracetamol. Forget. Just drink your own piss. It's good. Oh my god.
Get rid of the sore throat pretty instantly.
Wow.
If you got a sore throat, drink your own piss. You heard it? If you got a sore throat, just drink your own piss. You'll be alright.
because it works like it works like a natural steroid. It's I don't want to tell you some of the famous people got drinking their urine, but because I don't think they really want to be outed, but it's the same reason that you mentioned before. But people,
I got famous people drinking urine. Look how proud he is about it as well. I've got famous people drinking their own urine.
We're reporting.
To be fair, he is a good salesman. I'm not gonna lie, he is a good salesman. Whatever he's selling is absolute bullshit, but he is a good salesman. Bordering on grifty, bordering.
Like amazing benefits on it.
I'm not against it.
I am very skeptical of your claims because I don't see any. I mean, if it were the case over millennia, I think most of us would be drinking our pee, but nobody does.
We got
small. It's still very fringe, right?
Yeah. Okay. So
in America,
like you're saying all the stuff about late stage cancer and stuff, you'd have to show me like an actual. Like I'd love to see how that was put to the test and how you know it's the urine and how you know that it's actually what's causing the reversal of the cancer.
Sure, I'll tell you this. Okay, so this is actually being done in randomized clinical trials. Okay, urokinase is the enzyme extracted from urine, so I could prove it with extractions, right? So urokinase, if you look it up, it's the clot busting drug. It's been a cancer drug and one of the top cancer drugs, as has urea. Okay, notice all these words.
Look that up, Chin. Yep.
Urea, the historic use for cancer. And these were published in Science Magazine, Nature Magazine, British Medical Journal, Oxford Medical Symposium.
Right, but extracting something, right? And like extracting something and distilling it is
ew.
Very different, right? It's like a little bit like this thing is saw palmetto.
People, 2 more minutes. I promise we'll move on. 2 more minutes.
Bark is where aspirin comes from, but there's a compound that you isolate, you know?
And I do agree with that. It's part of the reason why I'm really eager to fund a lot of research in this area to double down on extractions, because
he's really about that life, isn't it? He's really about that piss life. He's really about that fucking piss life.
It will accelerate things. Right. And that's why as well with, because I would never tell anyone to do any one therapy. So I can't even isolate a lot of things I'm doing because I'm giving people multiple things. Of saying, do these 5 different things.
What are the 5 things that you believe in?
Anti-parasitic cleansing. So which would be like what you guys have seen discussed, like with ivermectin and fenbendazole, but then other natural versions like mimosa pudica seed, green harvested black walnut hulls. These have been historically used, very effective. So cleanse your body of parasites. Remove toxic venoms out of your body. Now, people don't know what I'm talking about. Glyphosate, you know how poisonous that is. Okay, it's synthetic animal venoms. They have the patents for it. Cone snail, scorpion, wasp, spider, snake venoms. What? Okay, so then how do you remove those from your body? It's interesting that urine would enter in that category. Red line.
What? We have venom. I have venom in my body. Pick up a solid disease. I've got venom.
I'm sold Buddha pour me up before. Double cupped up.
I've got venom in me that can only be cured with fucking urine. How convenient. Actually, double cup me up is fucking crazy. Like, what should I do? I don't understand what I'm meant to be doing. Oh my god, what a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tribute.
It has been proven to work with an anti-venom mechanism. They proved it with the Bothrops asper snake. It's mitochondrial damage ultimately, so that you'll be able to turn around the mitochondrial damage with that. The substance that I showed you before, which people can look at, that it's 2 salts activated by the same stomach acid that you have. It's a water purifier. You could buy it on Amazon. It costs nothing, but it's very censored. There's a site called dioxypedia.com, dioxipedia.com. So I could say that has all the open source information.
What have you seen, like for you, drinking urine? How long have you been doing it now?
Look at him, Brian.
Yeah, that's it.
Look at him, bro. It's clearly fucking working.
Put in cancer here.
And look at us. Now, it won't work if Brian drinks my urine, right?
No, I don't think it will.
It has to be your own urine.
I think it might have to be mine.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that one there, man. It's too much urine talk for me. Let's move on. But yeah, this guy was talking a whole lot of stuff about urine. This guy was talking a whole lot of stuff about urine. Yeah, allegedly he's 40. Allegedly he's 40 years old as well. So maybe it does work. Whatever he's doing it well. But I'm not about to drink urine. I'm not about to drink any urine whatsoever. Anyway, let's move on. Marc Maron, big up American Redact. Marc Maron just exposed Joe Rogan and Tony Hinchcliffe. Marc Maron just exposed Joe Rogan and Tony Hinchcliffe.
My problem with those guys, is that they were sucking up to fascists and they were promoting the end of liberal democracy and the beginning of authoritarianism. And to me, that was plain and clear to see. So my issue with them was because of that. It was political, and it was like they were bootlickers and they were pawns. But I also think they were suckers, and I also think that some of them are grifters. Is that, some of these guys, it's like they're going to go to where the money is. And the audiences they built, even before I made these comments, like, would I ever go on Joe's show? Because he's sort of a star maker, or Tony's show. It's like, no, I wouldn't, because what am I going to do with that audience?
Right.
All right, so it looks like Marc Maron is far from finished with...
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of get why Joe Rogan hates him. If what Joe Rogan said was true about them meeting that one time and having a chat, and Marc Maron apologizing, or they both came to a mutual understanding that they don't have to... I mean, like, they had some sort of clear the air talk. Now all of a sudden he's yapping again. 1 minute he says sorry, next minute he's doing it all over again. Like, I understand why Rogan doesn't like him at all. I get it. I get it. Obviously the feeling's mutual. It's clear that he also doesn't like Rogan too much. But the whole like nice guy gimmick thing is over. Like, what the fuck is he doing, man? Just get rid of it and let what's his name have his day in the sun. But yeah, crazy. Big up Marc Maron.
Calling out Joe Rogan and his circle of meatheads who are currently doing irreversible damage to comedy. Because in the last couple appearances he made in the media, Marc just sets the record straight with these hacks and exposes how hypocritical these guys really are. But before we dive into that, I just think all this stuff from Marc Maron's especially funny because according to Joe Rogan a few months ago, apparently him and Marc Maron squashed their beef over a phone call, which just sounded like a lot of BS at the time, since it was immediately followed by Joe implying that Marc was just a jealous hater.
I actually made up with Marc Maron the other day, and he sent me a very sincere message of thank you, and then I sent him a message back that was sincere, and I said, look, I'm not your enemy. It's very easy for me to say, oh, just relax, and who cares? Everybody should be happy that all these people are doing well. But if you're not doing well, that jealousy is a natural thing. I've experienced it before.
So now that Marc has gone out of his way to make these...
I love how Rogan can never understand people having valid criticism against him. It's always jealousy. Any criticism aimed towards Rogan always comes from a person's jealousy. That's what he says. No one can just not like it, you got to be jealous. It's like, what are you talking about?
Statements publicly, it's hard to believe that phone call apology went exactly the way Rogan claims it did. Because Marc Maron ended his podcast over 8 months ago, so he doesn't really need to do interviews, podcasts, or involve himself in any of this anymore. But clearly he sees this Category 5 hurricane of hacks getting bigger by the day. Like it's gotten so out of control that it seems like he felt compelled enough to speak up about it once again.
Yeah, that Tony special was diabolical, innit? Look at the fade. That's a good fade. That's a good transition there. But that Tony Hinchcliffe special was just too bad. It was diabolical. It was like an insult, It's a fucking insult.
Because the most hypocritical thing about these wannabe comedians is that they're so stuck on this idea that their freedom of speech on stage is being suppressed by the left, which is just completely untrue. I mean, they act as if they'll all be thrown into a dungeon for saying jokes about trans people and whatnot, but in reality, they can say just about anything they want to. But they're so caught up with trying to get canceled that they really just try to offend people with their material instead of try to make them laugh, which, as you saw with Tony Hinchcliffe last week, it does doesn't really work. I mean,
has he? By the way, people in stream chat, I'm not paying attention. Has Tony Hinchcliffe responded to some of the negative about his special? Have any of you guys seen anything from Tony Hinchcliffe where he responds to negativity and the bad reviews? I don't think I've seen anything. Have I missed anything from Tony? Did he say anything about the thing when it came out?
the only extremely offensive part about their material is how unfunny it truly is.
But you've been outspoken against the sort of so-called anti-woke angle in comedy as pure hack, and it is. It's just
it's become hack. They were, whether they knew it or not, in the beginning of anti-wokeness, that was always like what the Republicans and the right have always wanted, for the last 3 or 4 decades, was to dismantle, liberal democracy. Yeah, I mean, some of them are still pissed off about the New Deal. So,
and women's vote. That's
right. All of that stuff, and this has been brewing for so long that when comics get duped into this idea that because they can't say tranny or worse words, that somehow or another that the left is infringing upon their freedom of speech, it's so shallow and stupid. And because they fought for it, they just became part of the party line of dismantling liberal democracy. There was never it was never a freedom of speech issue. It was never a constitutional issue.
Never.
You can say whatever you want, and you're just going to have to shoulder the burden of the consequences.
So it's just pretty ironic.
I don't know. I get what he's saying. He's making a lot of great points, but I feel like he should know them better than anybody. He should know he's just screaming into a void. It's not going to change jack shit. Especially not the narrative that we weren't cooking or doing well until the flipping, what's his fucking name, came on later at the end. Yeah, big up him. Big up Tony Hinchcliffe. One of the most famous comedians and funniest comedians in the world. Said nobody ever.
Like how these guys parade around on stage acting like they're these brave bastions of free speech. Then when it's actually time to hear about the set that they've been performing at the mothership for the past 4 years, it's literally just rehashing jokes about
That's such a good point. He was running these bits at the mothership, That's such a good point. He was running shit at the mothership before what's his face came on. Covered the whole shit in fucking black water. Do you know what I mean? Just like, ay. Some real life shit there, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's shit or real life shit, who fucking knows? But yeah, big up Tony Hinchcliffe, man. What a legend. What a legend.
Black people that you first heard of in the 5th grade.
Black men love eating chicken.
Like that comedy special Tony Hinchcliffe dropped last week was some of the worst anti-woke comedy I think the world has ever even seen. And it's proving everything Marc Maron's saying on stage here to be completely true. I mean, Tony Hinchcliffe tried so hard to come across as offensive and edgy in that special, but nobody was really offended by it. They were just bored, it seemed like. Like there was absolutely zero backlash about it because it was essentially just elementary school level humor. So it's just so funny that these guys are dying on the hill of free speech and comedy and have made their material with the sole purpose of pushing that line instead of just to be as funny.
Exactly, just be funny, man. I don't need blind pushes in comedy. I don't need that. I don't need people willing to say the uncomfortable truth. Just be fucking funny. And please, no PDF shit.
As possible. Because when a guy like Marc Maron used this exact same freedom that they're obsessed with, all of a sudden Marc crossed the line and should be censored according to them. Like Tony Hinchcliffe and Joe Rogan, much like a lot of the far right, only support comedy free speech when it benefits them. As soon as it's about...
I thought you were about to say they only accept comedy when the other comedian has more money than they do. Oh, she's so fucking annoying, isn't she? God almighty. Big up Nina Drama. Big up Tony Hinchcliffe. Big up Joe Rogan.
Someone in their cult, though, then they get all butthurt about it. And of course, what I'm referring to here is obviously the joke from Marc Maron's latest special, Panicked, where he jokes about how Theo Von would have Hitler on his podcast if he were still alive.
I think if Hitler were alive today, he'd probably appear on Theo Von's podcast.
So true.
And Theo would be like, see, y'all did a lot of meth, right? I mean, all the Nazis were all f***ed up on meth, right, Hitler? That shit will make you crazy, dog. I did some meth once. I was up for 3 days, and then I ate a live bird. No shit, Hitler, a live bird, bro. Hey, Hitler, Do you want to apologize to all the Jews right now on my show? No? I get it.
And believe it or not, that was the joke that made this squad of assassins throw a temper tantrum. I mean, these are the same guys who preach about facts can't hurt your feelings all the time. But then when a literal joke said on stage by an actual comedian is aimed at all of them, all of a sudden their feelings are hurt. So Marc Maron actually spoke about the backlash.
That is true though. It is kind of impressive how he was able to rattle everybody in stand-up. I'm not gonna lie. Somebody that's known to be like a known hater, known miserable guy. It was actually funny how quickly he was able to rattle everyone in fucking Spain. You know what I mean? Like, everyone got baited.
He received from this Theo Von joke in particular recently. Because if you guys don't remember by now, it seemed like everyone besides Theo Von got upset about it. I mean, Joe Rogan even blamed that very tame, innocent joke for the reason why Theo Von was sent into a mental spiral that month, which is just some extreme levels of gaslighting. But anyways, here's Marc talking about comics getting mad at him over jokes.
In your latest HBO special, Panic, you criticized the manosphere. Full podcasts are full of this.
Yeah.
And one notable line was, if Hitler were alive today, he'd probably appear on Theo Von's podcast. He'd probably have a podcast. Anyway, talk about what's happening here.
Well, look, like I had to really deliberate or delegate, or what's the word I want? I had to think about that bit, because I know these guys. I've known them my whole life. I knew them before there was a manosphere.
Right.
I knew them as comics. I knew Rogan when he started in Boston. I've known these guys. We are somewhat of a weird tribe and a community. So, but like with the Theo Von thing,
if you know them so well, why are you calling them out like this then? I like Marc, but sometimes, I don't know, I think he's full of shit sometimes. If you know each other that long, that well, why are you publicly calling them out with bolts and shit and fucking art gallery? Why not contact them first about it? I would have given somebody from the Africa diaspora or something. I don't know, it just feels a little bit off watching him do this, I'm not gonna lie. It feels a little bit off. Big up Cocaine Bot though, big up the Cocaine Bot. Cool, we did that.
That's a joke, and it's a good joke.
Yeah.
To do Theo interviewing Hitler is hilarious.
Right.
And I eventually got to a place with that joke where I'm like, how could Theo get mad at me for this?
Right.
It's funny.
Right.
But they're sensitive, those
Did they
fellas.
get mad at you?
Well, Joe said he got mad at me. I don't know.
You got
I think they get hurt,
They're very delicate flowers.
They are a little bit.
Yeah, made of paper mache.
They are.
Are they delicate flowers, or does Marc Maron just keep kicking them while they're down? I don't know. I think Marc is turning into a bit of a bully himself. I think the bullied is now turning himself into a bully.
The greatest part about that Theo Von joke about having Hitler on the podcast was that it went super mega viral online. Like across all platforms, I wouldn't be surprised if that small clip has over 100 million views by now. So when you combine that with the fact that Theo's name could be replaced by anyone in the Rogan sphere and it would still hit exactly the same, really just shows you how this joke would hit them in their sensitive little feelings. Especially Joe Rogan's. I mean, ever since Marc's special, Joe Rogan's been talking a lot of trash about Marc Maron. Like every time Joe has a comedian as a guest on his show, there'll always be at least a 30-minute segment on why Marc Maron's just so jealous of what they've got going on. And
yeah, he wants to be in the green room, innit? But man, wishes he could hang. Wants to be in that green room so freaking badly, doesn't he? Yeah, that's what he wants. That's exactly what he wants. Let's get in. Come on.
Austin, Texas, and how he wishes it were him, which just doesn't make any sense, because Marc has more talent on stage in his pinky finger than all of those guys combined. And if he didn't have a spine, he would happily go on Kill Tony and Joe Rogan for a slight boost. But as he said in the very beginning of this video, why would he want to attract that sort of audience? So even though Rogan claims that Maron's all petty and jealous about their tribe, it just seems like it's the opposite way around. Because if you take a look at both of them, Marc essentially has everything Rogan's always wanted. He has a decent enough act on stage, an audience who actually finds him funny, and most importantly, Marc still has a full head of hair at the ripe age of 62 years old. So all this huff and puff from Rogan about the Theo Von joke may just be him revealing his actual jealous hatred for Maron.
And the Theo thing really drove me nuts because
I think both could be true. I think definitely both could be true. definitely hates fucking Marc, but also, you know, sees the future of satellites and shit with what Elon's got.
That sent Theo into a real spiral.
Did it?
Yeah. Just addicted to these arguments.
Making a joke that you feel like Hitler would probably be into the food that's not a joke. Come on, man. That ain't no joke. That's some serious talk. That's no joke.
People have constantly every day calling people assholes and losers, and you're just carrying around all that bullshit with you all day.
That's exhausting.
Which is why I don't do it. I mean, I could go in on fucking every person that ever wronged me or this, that, and said bad things about me, like, and it's just like super unhealthy. The thing is that Maron's podcast, which was #1, isn't even in the top 100 anymore. I don't even think it's in the top 200.
Okay,
it went away. And it went away not because he did anything. He didn't get arrested. There was no scandal. People just stopped being interested in it. And I think that hurts the most.
Another interesting point that Marc Maron brings up during this interview was how all these guys seemingly flip-flopped on Trump overnight after seeing that it was the trendy thing to do this year. Like nothing screams grifting more than a podcasting comedian who helped Trump get elected for the second time, who then immediately flips out once Trump starts doing everything he did for 4 years straight during his first term. Like these guys really just follow the money and actually have zero...
I wonder if you can even read the text on those coins.
Political backbone whatsoever. And now all of that is really coming to light. I mean, Tim Dillon and Andrew Schultz, for example, have gone full-blown anti-Trump on their podcasts over the past couple months, and just recently it actually seems like Rogan's shifting that way too.
Wading in that.
Well, sometimes it's like you just get fed up. You're like, where the f*** are these Epstein files?
Nah, they're not fed up. He's just doing that, again, not to overuse the term, but it's performative. You know, people are looking at him, so he's just doing that to make it sound crazy. It doesn't look at that at all. Does not walk around like that or what? So, but what can you do? Nothing, because it's already cooked. Ha ha. And let's get a muzzle on between you. No, thank you. I love him too much. I love him way too much. Rogan is a weirdo.
Yeah.
Who the f*** is this? Why is this redacted? Where is it? Who the f*** killed JFK?
Right.
Like,
yeah, this is all performative. He does this a few times to make it seem like he's like seeing the light, and then the next episode he'll just start doubling down on like nothing's gone wrong, Trump's excellent, he's trying his best. This is just a dog whistle. This is like a weird dog whistle. No, not dog whistle. It's a weird type of like way to like appease the crowd, appease the crowd baying for blood. He's trying to hold them off, yeah. And this is what he's holding off, the purple ones, which, you know, I thought they were navy, but I guess they're listed as purple.
come out with it. What the who fucking killed Charlie Kirk for real?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Why is that fucking story so clouded in mystery? And why did they pave over the fucking ground right after the shooting? What the fuck is going on there?
And so
that's actually a good point. Whatever happened to fucking Call Her Daddy girl? Is she making music under another name that's really good, or what happened to her? She just kind of disappeared. Where is she? Huh.
all this stuff isn't really a bad thing. I mean, it's fine to realize you were in the wrong, but something about it feels off. Like these guys just don't seem to be invested into anything at all. And they really just go with whatever they see as trending on their Twitter For You page, which Marc Maron explains a little more here.
But really, and it does seem that the tide is turning. Dylan and Schultz and Rogan have become critical.
Seeing what's happening.
Right, but you know what that means, though.
It's over,
is that,
and they need to get back.
Well, right. Maybe they don't know where it's dragging them, but I think really that a lot of these guys and people in general, they don't have a worldview. They're reacting. Like I don't think they think it through.
Right.
They don't have a worldview, not thinking it through. I think they're thinking it through. I think that's how the grift works. The grift doesn't work if you don't think about it, if you're not thinking it through, if you're not strategic on what you post, what time you post, how you post. No, I don't disagree. I disagree with that. I think they're more than okay, more than happy, more than happy. Everything is political. Please, everything is political.
You know, like a couple guys got mad at me for the Riyadh joke. And these are jokes I'm doing. Everything on that special was a joke. And all the stuff that I was doing promoting the special, you know, taking them to task a bit, was, you know, it was done in the spirit of comedy, you know, but these are jokes.
Right.
But
by the way, I just find it really funny that Joe Rogan said they had a clear the air conversation, right? They're not best friends, but they don't hate each other forever type of thing. And I said I want to get 2 pairs, and then as soon as that fucking happened, it dropped. You know, it's like this guy must be the only reason why I bring this up is like this guy must be a bit of a nightmare to have as a friend, isn't it? I know he's saying the good stuff we want to hear about Brendan and Rogan and stuff, but like this guy must be a nightmare to be his friend. It must be so exhausting to be his friend. It must be so exhausting to be his friend. Big up Victor still. Big up.
But they have some teeth to them, and they're not their teeth, right? I just got to the point where it's like, if you know, lefties or comics that are progressive, it's difficult to talk about politics, and it's difficult to talk about left-leaning politics without you know, seeming strident and annoying. And
you definitely are strident and annoying.
So and those two things are not great for funny.
Yeah.
So. But ultimately what happened, because they were used as cudgels to dismantle the entire infrastructure of DEI and everything else, right? So now, like, they don't have to shoulder anything, because now they can say those words with impunity, and the left have no traction to counter it, because we're living in 2 separate worlds. But I hold them responsible for being the front line of
being the dupe and the cudgel.
Yes,
the stupid hammer.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah, I think.
What about the stupid hammer doesn't know they're stupid? What about the stupid hammer thinks they're really smart? Ever thought about that?
I think that's true. And so for me, it was always a big picture thing.
Right.
And now, like, some of them, I don't know if they know that, but they know they you know, that it's.
I think they're understanding they're suckers at this point. I think they're getting the penny is dropping.
Again,
I think so.
This lady hates anything to do with tech, innit? She's like a tech expert, allegedly, but she hates new tech. Absolutely hates it. I haven't seen the full one. Yeah, not for me. Not for me in the slightest.
You know, and it's just like, you know, what do you know? It's weird, you know.
And honestly, that's probably why Marc.
I'm hanging on for dear life.
Maron keeps ending up on the right side of these conversations. Because whether you agree with every single thing he says or not, at least he seems to actually believe it. Like he's not changing his opinions every 6 months, depending.
Yeah, he is. He got confronted and he shut the fuck up. Now all of a sudden the coast is clear and now he's complaining again. I don't know. I like Marc Maron, what he says, but he does come across like a bit of a bitch.
Depending on who got elected, what billionaire invited him on a podcast, or which demographic is currently buying tickets. Meanwhile,
I wonder what brand Tony Hinchcliffe's glasses are. I wonder which brand Tony Hinchcliffe's glasses are. I wonder where Tony Hinchcliffe got his sunglasses from. I wonder where Tony Hinchcliffe got his sunglasses from. Not too sure. It's hard to figure out what brand makes those shades. It's completely unchecked decisions before. Why the nuptials make it night? Okay, cool.
half the guys in Rogan's orbit seem to be in a constant race to figure out which direction the wind is blowing before they decide what they stand for. And now they're caught up in so much of these politics that they forgot that they were even comedians in the first place. And their material on stage kind of reflects that. Like if your entire act revolves around telling people how brave you are for saying offensive things, then eventually you just forget about being funny and actually doing comedy altogether, like we saw with Tony Hinchcliffe in his special Man of the People.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say about Tony Hinchcliffe. Do you guys realize that he was running those bits of the mothership? Like American Redact mentioned. Do you guys have any idea how fucked up that was? He was running these bits at the mothership, you know? He was running these bits at the mothership. Can you imagine having to suffer through that?
I have black friends that I hang out with, and they think I'm cool.
So while Rogan and his friends spend another year convincing themselves that every comedian who criticizes them is secretly jealous, Marc Maron just keeps doing what comedians are supposed to do. He gets on stage and says what he thinks, makes people laugh, and then he goes home. And somehow that's become the controversial part to these guys.
Like, I've been working on this bit, on stage, just about how, that there's going to be people now, MAGA people that are going to be like, oh man, I think I screwed up. And you're probably going to come in contact with them. And I think the instinct of a progressive or a left-leaning person is to be like, yeah, you f***ing idiot.
Right.
You broke the world, you
Right.
dumb shit.
Right.
What the f*** is wrong with you, stupid?
Yeah, what's with
and But I think really the play is to not say anything. And I'm talking about without the face. None of this. None of that. Just don't say anything and let them sit with it.
Do that face again, please.
I don't know, man. Marc Maron seems exhausting.
Sit
with it.
Do that face again, please.
Marc Maron seems exhausting to be friends with him, bro. He seems exhausted. You could have a proper, long sit-down chat with Marc Maron. Clear the air. You could both cry. You could both punch the wall. You could be super honest, super raw. Pause, right? You could be super honest with him. Bring him to one side. Clear the air. Put everything on the table. Leave nothing behind. And there's no guarantee that if he wakes up grumpy, he might not just start, insulting you again in public. It's like, come on, man. I thought they were cool. I guess it's smoke. I guess it's fucking, the beef never ends, innit? I guess for Marc Maron, the beef can never be squashed. It can never be squashed. It can. He never even signs Arsenal shirts, isn't it? Oh, he's a legend. Anyway. Anyways. Cool. Let's do another one. While we're here, let's do another one. Let's switch up a little bit. Let me see what's happening on Killer. Actually, we did the Olivia Wilde thing already, didn't we? We did Olivia Wilde. What about Jokic? Is Jokic here? Scuba Ryan we did as well, didn't we? We checked Scuba Ryan, what he was doing. We done that. What's this? Live by the rules? What the fuck is this? Oh yeah, this is the thing about that. We did that already. This we did already. What else we did? Who's this? Oh yeah, true. Let's do this one. Joe Rogan tells people who are mad at those who attended the UFC fight at the White House to shut the fuck up. Joe Rogan says people who are mad that the UFC fight card happened should shut the fuck up. Let's see what Joe Rogan said. He told you if you hate the UFC Freedom card, you deserve to shut the fuck up.
It was amazing. One of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life.
That's cool.
It was fucking amazing.
Wish I was there.
Oh my God. I talked a bunch of people into going. I didn't want to, like Shane Gillis was thinking about not going. I'm like, bro, you gotta go. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be a once ever thing. Not a once in a lifetime. Once in anybody's lifetime. It's never happened before. It's probably never gonna happen again.
Probably not.
Cool.
No.
You're there.
But that's something you have to see and experience.
Yeah.
And it's so many people are trying to make it a partisan thing. Like they're mad at people for being there. Like, oh, you support Trump. Like it's a fucking fight.
You are allowed to, again, why are these guys so upset that everything people do that's trying to demonstrate that they're not a Trump fan is somehow like insulted? It's like, it's not really like that. He's just a divisive character. If it was anybody else, it wouldn't be like this. If it was anybody else, it wouldn't be like this. But because, because everyone knows what you know. Honestly, I don't get it. Like, so I just don't understand it. I don't understand how these guys don't get how some people don't want to be associated with or like very much. I don't know. Everyone's got an eye, I guess, isn't it? We've all got eyes. I think so anyway, at least I think so. We all have eyes.
At the White House doesn't mean you endorse foreign policy. Like, shut the fuck up. Just
That's
please.
too much.
No, but it does mean you're endorsing the Trump, though, isn't it? You're endorsing the president. That's the problem. You know, the event was fucking amazing, but I get why people will be upset. Would it bother me if I was a fan of his? Probably not, but I get it. That's what you have to say. Just say I get it or not.
Just please stop. It was amazing. One of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life.
Cool. There we go. And then there's another clip too in it from Rogan I went to play. What's the other one from Rogan? Rogan says UFC White House was the greatest. Okay, no, I've seen it already. We've seen that. Oh, okay, cool. We watched Rogan, isn't it?
So that wasn't an issue at all. And it was just dark out, perfect. The weather was perfect. So that wasn't an issue at all. And it was just the magnitude of the event. I know people saw it on television and it looked insane.
Yeah.
But the magnitude of the event being there live. So there's the event that's taking place on the lawn of the White House, and that has 4,000 plus people.
The main event.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the actual UFC. So there's a bunch of military guys that are standing up in the back. There's like 1,000 of those, and there's 3,000 plus that are seated. All these people are seated. But then behind,
imagine getting picked as a police officer. That'd be fucking amazing.
that, not that far, like 100 yards, 200 yards, whatever it is. I guess it's more than that. Maybe 300 yards. There's the ellipse. The ellipse has 85,000 people who got in for free. Yeah, it's like in the whole White House ecosphere, whatever it is.
Wow.
Yeah, so this area, they have giant screens set up, and they have, you know, huge speakers and sound. And so 85,000 fans are watching the fights live on the screens.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Production-wise, it was great. Like everyone has said, that goes without saying. I just don't get why he doesn't understand why some people are getting criticized for going, because some people, you know, see anything associated with Trump as bad. You don't have to agree with it. No one's saying you have to agree with it, but come on, man. Like, man can't enjoy scoring a goal for his country. It's like, come on now, come on. Anyways, what can you do? Absolutely nothing.
And they can see the lights of the this claw dome in the distance, and they can see the White House in the distance where the fights are taking place, but they're watching it on massive screens with commentary.
If I'm not mistaken, big up Z, if I'm not mistaken, that area that he's talking about, the fan, what's that thing called? What's the name of it? You call it, not the fan camp, whatever it was also blocked off with a barricade, so it wasn't direct access to him. It was also a bit of a barricade there, and loads of security at the front of the stage, you know? So that probably helped it in. Even though he wasn't actually, you know, playing, I'm sure that probably helped with some of the, you know, immersion I felt and stuff. Not immersion, but you know. But yeah, big up Rogan. Big up fucking Rogan. Big up fucking Rogan. It was so amazing. I don't understand why nobody would like it. Even if you don't like Trump, just like it. It's fine. Just turn a blind eye to it. Close your eyes. Pretend it's not him. It's like, brother, please.
And it was insane. And you could hear them roar. So you hear the crowd from here, and then you hear 85,000 people. And it's fucking rah! You could hear it in the distance. It was insane. It was insane. Just the magnitude of it was insane.
Unlike anything else you've ever done.
Beyond. I mean, I'm a hyperbolic individual, and I'm always like, this is the greatest, this is awesome. That was...
I'm glad he said that, by the way. I'm glad he said that. I'm glad he finally admits stuff like that. I'm glad he admitted that.
A hyperbolic individual.
Else you've ever done.
Beyond. I mean, I'm a hyperbolic individual,
Yes,
and I'm always
are.
like, this is the greatest, this is awesome. Like, that was the wildest experience that I've ever had in my 20 whatever years of calling combat sports. There's nothing even close. Nothing even close. It was the greatest night of fights of all time.
Let's relax as well. The fights weren't like, oh my god, the greatest nights of fights of all, like, come on, let's relax too. Let's all relax. Let's all relax. Let's all relax.
And it was the only night in the history of the sport where every single fight ended by knockout.
Did they all?
Every single one. 7 fights. 7 fights. Every one of them ended by knockout.
Wow.
Which never happens.
Which is unprecedented.
Unprecedented.
Wow.
It was like the perfect experience for anybody that had never watched the UFC before to see it that way at the White House like that. I mean, it was nuts. A huge experience for the fans that got to be there in the ellipse. And I mean, I saw videos. These guys, they were having so much fun. It's like everyone's in there for free. You don't have to pay for the tickets. There's 85,000 people out there. They're all screaming and cheering, and the drinks are flowing. And it was wild. I mean, just absolutely wild.
Big up Trump then, I guess, isn't it? Big up Trump, big up Rogan. It helps to be Trump's friend. I'm just curious to see how this will end. That's what I'm curious about. I'm curious to see how it will end. Will they ever have a falling out, you think? Because it doesn't seem likely, innit? Because Rogan's like super hardcore right wing now, it feels like. Especially the older that he's getting. They always say the older you get, the more conservative you are. Or you become. So I can't envision something that would end their friendship, you know? They're probably going to be friends for a long time. He's probably also going to be involved in politics for a long time. Yeah, so I don't know. Not too sure how it's going to end. Interesting to see how it's going to end. Cool. I want to quickly check out their Instagrams, actually. Let's see their Instagrams. What's their Instagram saying? What's Brenda's Instagram saying? What's his? Anything new on here? It did Super Bowl numbers. No. Let's check out your stories. Anything worth checking out here? Do you know why parents put their kids in sports and grind? Okay, we don't care about that. Just to get you retired now. Of course he's gonna say that. Lots of muscle. All boring fucking clips and chips. The boy's working with Danny who? Amendola. I don't know who that is. I don't know who's Danny. Who's this person, by the way? Let's see if I can get his picture. Who's Danny Adembola? Who's this? Who the hell is that? Is that like an athlete or something? Is he a basketball player, football player? Who is he? This is one of Rogan's friends, really? One of Brendan's friends. He seems legit. He's a former football player, right? Who is he? He's a former football player or something. Fucking the holy mother of crap, innit? Jesus Christ. The fuckboy Avengers. The fuckboy Avengers, mate. The fucking fuckboy Avengers. Hide your moms, hide your sisters, hide your kids. They're about, you know what I mean? They're fucking about. Hide even your grands. What's your... Too late, come on. Get out of there, get out of the blocks. Let's go! Come on! Get out! Come on! Cool. Brendan, let's do Slojo. What's Joanna up to? Anything new? Oh, there's new influencing. She's influencing again, people. Gather around. Slojo the influencer. Slojo got her influencing bag on. Money needs to be made, man. New house is there. Money needs to be made.
Unboxing my first from box. I love receiving my goodies that I order because I just love my first form stuff. To begin with, let's start with my liver detox, all vitamin C. These are amazing because
I can't play it because of the fucking music in the background. Fucking hell. But yeah, what a legend. What an absolute fucking legend. I love her. I'm going to put her on mute because the music in the background might get me copyright strike. So sorry about that. But just, you can read the subtitles down below if you want to. Billy's always sick now since she goes to little preschool. Is she always sick because you're preschool, or is she always sick because you're always sick? I'd like to know that. Is that baby sick because it's sick or because you made it sick too? Ooh, nearly. But yeah, there you go. Actually, oh shit, I forgot to put that back actually. Let's see what else she got. What else should she get in the box? What should she get from first form? First form athlete. Oh, look at the... Oh no, look at the kitchen. It's just a normal person's kitchen. The kitchen's just a normal person. Remember they used to have a kitchen look like a fucking... The kitchen you find in a restaurant. Look at the size of it. It's just a regular person kitchen with 4 hobs. I think the one from the other house had like 6. I think the one from the other house had like 6, right? This one's only got 4. That's sweet, isn't it? God damn, man. That's fucked up. But yeah, congrats to her. She's got some supplements. What should she get? There's Slojo with some supplements and shit. We better look at since he's got supplements preschool, so I need my vitamin and to help me get my immune system going, and liver detox just so good for everything. I feel like a smart. I don't drink water. What? Jesus Christ. Oh, smart. Back off. What's this? Some bars? Some protein bars, I'm assuming. Are they protein bars? Yeah, of course they're protein bars. Of course they're protein bars. First form protein bars. Let's go. What next? Why is it not playing? Where's no sound? Oh shit, I didn't put the sound on, is it?
We all need. It actually tastes really good, and it's a sweet tooth killer. So.
Jeez, what else she got? Any clothes? What else has she got? Come on, hurry up with the hole. She takes so long to open shit. Come on, girl. What is that? A little bag. Okay, cool. Congratulations. Another bag to put random shit inside. What's this? No idea. Honestly, look at Slojo getting her little parcels. What's this? Is that a parachute? What is that? Okay, that's a purse that she put stuff in. Of course, she still.
Phone, you name it. I live.
Of course, she still got that Louis Vuitton bag, that Louis Vuitton little wallet with the fucking expensive car key. Of course, she still got that.
Literally live with this bag. And so First Form came out with different colors for the summer, and I died because
What is that? I died for more colors of the same jacket, different colorways. Cool, man. And so you nearly get into a fight. Okay, there she is, man, shitting like a goat. Big up Joanna, man. She don't sleep, she don't rest. She probably got Chin the package as well, innit? She probably be able to pay Chin because he had a freaking deposit, you know what I mean? It is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, cool, we done that. Who else we want to check out? Chin. Let's check out Chin. What's Chin up to? Let's check out Chin. Absolutely nothing. Let's check out Brian Callen. He's in Mexico. Anything for him? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, cool. TFATK subreddit quickly. Oh, my fucking head. Oh, fucking hell. Sorry, people. My fucking head is so itchy right now. So fucking itchy. Oh. Big up Take Keith still. Big up everybody in the stream chat if you're still here. Smash like, hit subscribe 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 if you're still here. What's it gonna do? Take Keith. Oh yeah, firing the kid. What's happening here? Numbers get bigger than the Super Bowl. UFC Freedom 250 at the White House averages 7 million viewers in the US. That's not true. Has to be more than that. He's a top model, guys. Oh yeah, that. Oh shit. So he got the deal, but he didn't make. Okay, so it's available. I need that box, man. Someone needs to point me direction where they can find that. I'll cop that instantly. So he actually did make it into the production. But you what? So did Brendan get dropped before these got put into production? Right, he got dropped before. Fucking crazy. But there's his face on the hair dye. On the fucking rewind it hair dye. There's his face right there. Yeah, so he actually got dropped before the hair dye thing came out. It's fucking classic. Classic Brendan, isn't it? Classic Brendan. Get a pretty good deal to be a model or an ambassador for this fucking hair dye brand, but somehow managed to get yourself fired from it before it even drops. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Bill Cola, exactly. Absolutely fucking crazy. Number one show on Tubi claim is up there with the Golden Gloves champ from Denver. If your friends have girls gone wild, Gearhead's gone wild. That's the new Tubi show hosted by Brendan Forbes Custom. There have been no online claims that it was the number one show on Tubi. Couldn't find any article official ranking. Most of those claims appear to come from social media discussions and fan commentary rather than Tubi. So the Saber Sound says Gearhead Gone Wild is a real Tubi show, but I can't verify if it's officially #1 show. So obviously that's a lie. We know that though. It's Brendan when his mouth movie lies. Bigger than the Super Bowl? Nope. More than a month since last post. Gearheads, you're doing great. Bappa from the top rope. Wait, excuse me, sir? It's okay to snort cocaine in the White House, but you draw the line at the UFC fights? Brendan out here trying to go viral. Brendan out here trying to fucking... What's the word called again? What they say? I forgot that word where you say something after somebody hoping to get more engagement. I forgot that term. But Brendan's out here jumping in and fighting for his man. Brendan Schaub is making sure everyone knows who his fucking man is, you know? Defending his man, come hell or high water. Defending her, you get me? Not taking any fucking prisoners. Not taking any fucking prisoners. Brendan comes out of nowhere, hands the rest of her fucking belt, and then boom. You know what I mean? You know exactly what's gonna happen right now, don't you? You know exactly. Big up fucking Brendan, man. Being a wild lad, yeah, but hey, he's trying it. He's trying it. What can you do? The guy made him a multi-millionaire, innit? At some points, when these type of things, I see these type of things, I don't blame him too much. You know, at some points, I don't blame him too much. This guy is legitimately like, you know, single-digit fucking IQ. But Rogan, when he was at his pomp, literally helped him to become a millionaire. So I kind of get why he's always, you know, goes out of his way to defend the guy. But sometimes it's like, oh, give it a rest. Give it a fucking rest. Always name dropping him, jumping out onto social media, defending him like a human meat shield. Like, give it a rest, bro. Please. Give it a rest if you don't mind. Oh my yes. Cool. Domamatrix?
I can't lose. This is my destiny. I cannot lose. I was chosen. When I walked in the gym, something came over me, and I have God has touched me like He hasn't touched others.
Pause.
Like He has never touched others. I have a special gift. Oh, I'm the chosen one. So if you're into kinky stuff and you're doing some dominatrix,
Jesus Christ, that's an aggressive fucking playlist, but still we move. Come on, we're saving for it until it drops. It's hilarious. Okay, cool. We done that one. Wish Bappa's friends were the honest with him. What's this about?
Okay. What is this show on?
What?
Is this...
YouTube.
Oh, wait.
Wait. What? You think this is network television?
Oh no, not some silly laugh again, please.
What are all these people doing here?
This is for ABC. You think this is gonna? You think anyone's gonna see this?
How much money?
Okay, cool. UFC quoting Papa. We remember. Oh yeah, this is the best one. This is the best one. This is the best one. We remember. This is the best one. We remember.
and before this was announced, Ronna goes, I guarantee we beat their views. My Netflix fight's going to beat the White House card. I was like, oh, this girl's out of her mind. They got Connor, they got John on there. There's no way. It's on CBS. Yeah. Netflix is going to crush this card. Crush this card.
And by this card, he means the UFC White House card. So a few weeks ago, Brendan was saying the UFC White House 350 whatever show would be his last. Now look at him. Now look at him.
Also, so I have no script. I literally just come in here and...
You have no script. Who would have guessed it? I love how he has to tell us that, by the way. We would have never guessed he didn't have a script. We're surprised, isn't it? We're all surprised to have a script. Oh my God, really? You're so well spoken. You're so easy to understand. Of course, I didn't know you're not well spoken.
Whatever happens, happens. Hopefully I stay on track. Hopefully I cover everything. If not, let me know. That's just, I've been doing this for how long? 10 years, Chin? It's just, I just come in, it's off the top of the fucking dome.
Pause.
That's how we do it.
Pause.
Hopefully I cover everything. If not, my bad. Mm-hmm. This is the other thing. Remember when Rhonda and Netflix said, we're going to beat the UFC White House numbers? Remember that? Well, remember when all the fucking haters were like, this thing won't do that good. There's only blah, blah, blah subscribers on Paramount. Remember those days? Oh, God.
He's so like, I don't know what the word is to describe this guy, but yeah, it's strange. It's strange. He said out of his own mouth himself that he thought the Netflix MVP card would do way more numbers than this UFC Freedom card, right? He said it himself. Not he read it in a report. He's the one that predicted and said, yeah, that Netflix card is going to do way better than the fucking American birthday card. Then it happens. And he says, oh no, I always knew it was going to happen. Like, what? Like, does his brain just reset every day or something? Like, does it like do a hard reset? Like, he shuts down all the tabs. And when he comes up in the morning, he doesn't restore tabs. He just starts from new. Starts the window from new and just keeps it moving. And then next day, same. And then again and again and again. I don't know. I could never move past something like that. I'm not going to lie. That kind of behavior is like you have to point that out. The fact that he doesn't have any friends to point that out to him is fucking bizarre to me, man. Like, you're the one that said it. You said it would have more. No one put those words in your mouth. Yeah. Anyway. So funny. One more time. I want to play it one more time because he's so obnoxious and insufferable when he's doing it too. One more time.
And before this was announced, Rhonda goes, I guarantee we beat their views. My Netflix fight's going to beat the White House card. I was like, oh, this girl's out of her mind. They got Connor, they got John on there. There's no way. It's on CBS. Yeah. Netflix is going to crush this card. Crush this card.
Netflix is going to crush this card. Crush this card. Netflix is going to crush this card. Crush this card.
Also, so I have no script. I literally just come in here and whatever happens, happens. Hopefully I stay on track. Hopefully I cover everything. If not, let me know. That's just, I've been doing this for how long? 10 years, Jen? It's just, I just come in, it's off the top of the fucking dome, y'all. That's how we do it. Hopefully I cover everything. If not, my bad. This is the other thing. Remember when Rhonda and Netflix said, we're going to beat the UFC White House numbers? Remember that? Well, remember when all the fucking haters were like, this thing won't do that good. There's only blah, blah, blah subscribers on Paramount. Remember those days? Oh, God.
Yeah, this guy's annoying. Cool. We done most of it, innit? I know shit on Papa. World big market down. Cool. We done the Comedia Apologia, right? We did that one, right? We did this one.
People say he got booted.
Did we? Oh no, we didn't. Oh, we didn't do this one yet, have we? Yeah. Let's do this one then. I think let's do this one as the last one then. Oh no, shit. Carlos Mencia. Carlos Mencia, you heard about this? Big up Black American posts on the Reddit, on the Discord. Do you hear about this? Carlos Mencia, the famous legendary comedian that Rogan crashed out on for stealing people's jokes back in the day, who got kind of excommunicated from the comedy scene for a while. He does his thing now. He got arrested, or he got charged and arrested for tax fraud. Carlos Mencia got arrested for tax fraud. Crazy.
LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman has announced 12 felony counts of tax fraud against comedian Carlos Mencia. Hochman says 6 charges are related to his personal taxes he failed to file, and the other 6 are related to his corporate tax returns. The amount of income Mencia allegedly failed to report over 6 years between 2019 and 2024 is $8.7 million.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Carlos Mencia. Not like a couple of grand. Man forgot to fucking declare 8.7 mil. 8.7 mil. It's good to hear that he's still making good money, to be fair, right? Even though he got cancelled and everyone found out he's a joke thief and stuff, he's still making really good money, it seems like. But fucking hell, Carlos Mencia.
Adding up to more than $300,000 in state tax that he allegedly failed to pay.
I am guessing that Mr. Mencia thought that taxes were maybe a laughing matter, but they're not a laughing.
Hey. What's that? Who's he? Is he a special prosecutor? Who is he? Is he the judge? That was a good one.
Mencia thought that I am guessing that Mr. Mencia thought that taxes were maybe a laughing matter, but they're not a laughing matter.
Hey.
It's a matter of fairness. Because the people who attended Mr. Mencia's shows, who paid him the money that ultimately made up his income, that ultimately made up his taxes, that he then failed to report and pay, these are hard-working individuals who are paying their taxes.
The prosecution of Mencia is the first case brought by Hochman's newly created business tax fraud unit. If Mencia is convicted on all 12 counts, he could face more than 10 years in prison. We reached out to his representatives, but they declined to comment on the charges.
Wow, man. Wow. Crazy fall off, man. Crazy fall. You know, I'm surprised by it. I'm actually surprised there's not more comedians that do this. I'm actually genuinely surprised there's not more comedians that get done for tax fraud. Especially when you think about how irresponsible, how impulsive, reckless they are. It's actually kind of fascinating how more don't get pulled up on not paying their taxes. Maybe they've all got some Rogan loophole they use to get away with it, but it's actually kind of interesting how they never let their friend. I mean, it's like, oh, okay, that works for me. That fucking works for me. Big up Carlos Mencia, man. Big up Blood Clot Carlos Mencia. Absolute legend. Absolute freaking legend. Okay, cool. We've done most of these, isn't it? I think. Unless I don't really want to listen to Piss Guy again, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie. Cool. Let's do Joe Rogan doesn't even agree with Joe Rogan anymore. Let's do this one. Joe Rogan doesn't agree. We'll end with this. We'll end with Apologia Comedia. Today we'll end with a project and we're back again tomorrow. Did you go do? Let's play this one. Let's do this one. Joe Rogan doesn't even agree with Joe Rogan. Pick up Apologia Comedia. Joe Rogan doesn't even believe with Joe Rogan.
At the UFC, I've seen him at the UFC 6 times or something like that. I don't know how many times. Never get booed.
They love him.
He's never gotten booed. The people that say they booing him, you're distorting reality. It's not true.
His son said they cheered for him.
Listen to Daddy. I took my headphones off just to listen, and it was woo, woo.
Really?
Yeah, man. Well, sometimes it's like you just get fed up. You're like, where the f these Epstein files?
Yeah.
Who is this? Why is this redacted?
Yeah.
Where is it? Who killed JFK?
Right.
Like, come out with it. What the fuck? Who killed Charlie Kirk for real?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? As much as people hate Trump and hate his decisions and hate what he's doing and hate how he talks, and
He's a good
my
guy.
experiences with him personally have always been fun, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for everybody else. Like, you know, if he likes you and you're on his good side, he's a fun guy to be around.
So Joe Rogan's been exposing himself a lot here lately. He's basically a walking contradiction.
Basically, yeah.
He doesn't take a hard stance on anything. It's like he has to toe the line constantly to keep his standing invitation to the White House. The best example of this is probably his recent podcast with Cameron Haynes. Throughout the episode, Joe keeps doing this thing where he'll question something the administration is doing, or he'll hint that something doesn't make sense, and then immediately follows it up with, "Trump is a great guy. He loves America. I think he has good intentions." It's like he's constantly trying to soften his own opinions. Meanwhile, Haynes is sitting there basically telling Joe he is being used by the administration for photo ops, how executive orders don't really accomplish much, how politicians use influential people to make themselves look good, and Joe never really engages with it. He just pivots, changes the subject, or starts talking about California bad. It's interesting because this has become a pattern. Joe has been contradicting himself a lot, and honestly, I think it's because he's stuck between two groups that want completely different things from him. The political friends who want access, loyalty, and good press, and his audience who wants the old Joe. The guy asking where the Epstein files are.
I don't think he cares about the tech. What is it? It said 3, right? Or 2.
Loyalty and good press, and his audience different things from him. Stuff a lot. And honestly, I think it's because he's stuck between two groups that want completely different things from him. The political friends who want access, loyalty, and good press, and his audience who wants the old Joe.
Yeah, nah, I think he doesn't really care about the other one. I'm not gonna lie.
The guy asking where the Epstein files are. The guy asking who killed JFK. Instead, what we get now is a lukewarm Joe Rogan who seems terrified of stepping too far in either direction. And nowhere is that more obvious than when he starts talking about the UFC event at the White House. Because depending on when you're listening leading up to the event, Joe has several completely different reasons for why he was worried about it, and it changes by the minute.
The White House thing is odd. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of fighting outside at all.
Are you excited for the White House card? That looks really good.
Yes. I'm excited. It sounds crazy. I know it's going to be very high security and high stress and weird to have a fight at the White House in the middle of war. That's the fear of this weekend at the UFC. Because it's East Coast. It gets very muggy. There is a canopy that's over the cage. They put a canopy over the cage.
Well, if lightning hits that, that's not good.
Well, if it hits the canopy, I think we're okay.
I mean,
I think I'm more worried about a terrorist attack than I am a fucking lightning.
No,
my concern is for the athletes.
Of course it is.
A fighter's career is very short. A loss is devastating. And to not have perfect conditions to fight in, I think is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's also going to be sick.
What's funny is Joe contradicting himself in the same episode. Leading up to the Cameron Haynes podcast, he had mentioned multiple times that one of his biggest concerns about the White House UFC event was security. But I think Joe realized he was getting a little too close to saying that he didn't feel safe at a White House event, and then decided to pivot and say he's mostly worried about the athletes having to fight outdoors. And it's not just the UFC event. It's basically become his entire approach to politics. You can see it when Joey Diaz was on before the Knicks and Spurs final game, the one Trump attended. Joe starts talking about how people were going to boo him, and that Trump should stick to UFC events because that's one of the few places he doesn't get booed.
People were so upset that Trump was going to go to the NBA because if he's there, then they have all these crazy security protocols. It makes the traffic even worse.
There was no parties. There was no nothing.
Yeah. He should stick to the UFC.
And that's
They're
why
going to boo him everywhere else.
Oh, they booed him to death. I didn't watch the whole game. I was out and
heard
about.
some people cheered. I heard it was like cheers and boos. But the problem is, if there's cheers and any boos, if there's like 50-50, like that's don't go to that spot. Go to the UFC. People say he got booed at the UFC. I've seen him at the UFC 6 times or something like that.
Why is he lying about this, by the way? Is that what's that thing called? Is that like a beta male thing? Why is he lying about this? If you got booed, there's probably video footage about this somewhere, right? There's probably video clips, people's phones. Why would you lie and say he didn't get booed when there's evidence that shows that and he's been wearing a do-rag basically every single day? Why would you wear, like, I don't get it. Oh no, I'm not actually. Like, it's just a strange thing to lie about. Everyone's on it anyway. Just admit it.
Like that? I don't know how many times. He'd never get booed.
They love him.
He's never.
Like, what's the booing gonna do? Like, I don't understand why he's so like defensive with. Oh no, he didn't get like. So what if he did?
Never gotten booed. They fucking cheer. The people that say they booing him, you're distorting reality. It's not true.
I think the stress of selling your soul for 30 pieces of Spotify silver and an Ibogaine executive order has really been getting to Joe because he can't keep his story straight anymore.
They booed him at the UFC.
Oh, were you there?
Yeah.
Oh, because I heard from one camp that they cheered and from another camp that his son said they cheered for him.
Listen to Daddy. I took my headphones off just to listen. And it was, whoa, whoa.
Really?
Yeah, man. 18,000 people going, whoa.
His son said they were chanting USA.
Maybe 4 people behind him were chanting USA.
The rest were saying boo SA. Yeah,
is that what Donald Jr. said?
Yeah, that's Donald Jr.
Listen,
was
if that
very
was your dad,
upset.
You'd probably say that too. Look, they booed the out of him.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people clapped.
Yeah.
I'm sure. But if you...
This is back when he didn't like Trump, isn't it, right? This is back when he didn't like Trump. Fucking hilarious how things have changed.
If you had to bet your money on it, like, what was the greater percentage? Was it boos or...
Now they're basically best friends. It's kind of wild, isn't it? Kind of wild. He went from Trump and him not engaging at all. Him going out of his way not to give him anything to them being all friends.
Claps. It was booze.
Yeah.
Dude, I took my headphones off.
Uh-huh.
I was right there.
Yeah.
I was 50. I could have hit him with a rock. He was right over there.
Yeah.
Boo. Yeah. You're distorting reality. It's not true.
And it's not just politics where Joe can't seem to keep up with his own opinions anymore. It's starting to bleed into everything. Take the recent Harlan Williams episode. For some reason, Joe becomes absolutely fixated on the idea that wolves were eradicated primarily because they were killing people. Harlan pushes back and says that, historically, conflicts with livestock were the major reason wolves were targeted, which should have ended the discussion. Instead, Joe turned it into a 20-minute debate. And near the end of the argument is where it gets funny.
I'd rather see the animals succeed than us, if I'm being honest. I love people, but
that is a ridiculous
we're
thing
the
to
ones.
Say. That's a ridiculous thing to say.
I like
it doesn't
your
mean
eyes
the animals.
just
It doesn't mean the animals are going to go extinct.
Don't
it
you
means
think
can't
we're a
let them eat your
parasite on the
farm.
back of Eden? Don't you think humans are a parasite on the...
Jesus, what a bar. Don't you think we're parasites on the back of Eden? Parasite, wow. Jesus, bro. Well done. Well done to Harlan Williams.
back of this beautiful paradise?
No.
So what makes Team Human so great?
Well, we definitely
I think
shouldn't
you need to change your attitude,
We definitely
Joe
shouldn't
Rogan.
do
You
no more
could press-
toilet.
Big up Keats. I was at the event on New York. He attended, and they def cheered for him. I have the video, but that was before the civil rights violations and war. Yeah, true. Big up Black America. Imagine thinking that you have to say. Imagine thinking that you have to say on the president's good side or stay. Sorry, for him to gig you. That works for me. What's up? You alright?
The button and get rid of humans with a press of a button, and that everything else could just live here harmoniously. Would you do it?
What are you living in a Disney movie?
I'm just asking.
No.
Joe's definitely got a lot going on in his head right now. Because thanks to my viewers for pointing this out when I made my last video, not only did he manage to get irritated with what might be the nicest guy in comedy, but he also completely missed that Harlan seemed to remember Joe's old opinions better than Joe does.
No.
This is what I think about people, and this is where it's going to get really weird. I think human beings are just a very complicated form of bacteria. I think if you looked at the earth as a living organism and...
This is when Joe was super deep on weed, innit? Marijuana power Joe, bro. Man hour power hour Joe. That's what it is. Power hour Joe.
Who's to say that it's not some sort of a super organism? It's certainly a host for life. Okay, well, if you looked at the Earth as this living organism, and like you were flying into LA, and you're passing over these beautiful mountains, and you see the ocean ahead, it all looks natural and beautiful, but then you see LA. Well, what the is that? That's a growth. That's cancer. It's big and it's brown and it stinks and smoke's coming out of it and it gets bigger every year.
I think what's really funny is hearing 30-something-year-old Rogan say the kind of things that teenagers come up with after a cloud of bong smoke. Like, maybe we're the virus, man. What's even more hilarious is that 20 years later, Harlan Williams casually burns him with his own idea, and Joe didn't even know it happened. I guess Joe's become so many different versions of himself over the years that he just can't keep track. Like his core audience can tell there aren't any real beliefs underneath any of it anymore. Just saying whatever he needs to say to get through the moment without upsetting the wrong people. But every now and again, we get to see glimpses of that old Joe.
You know, I can go down a negative rabbit hole pretty easy. I try to avoid wading in that.
Well, sometimes it's like you just get fed up. You're like, where the f are these Epstein files? Who the f is this? Why is this redacted? Where is it? Who the f killed JFK?
Right.
Like, come out with it. What the fuck? Who killed Charlie Kirk for real?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Why is that fucking story so clouded
It's above your pay grade, Rogan. It's above your pay grade, sir.
in mystery? And why did they pave over the ground right after the shooting? What the f is going on there?
See, now you're making me in a bad mood.
It's easy to do.
If you start mentioning those things that you just did,
Oh, it's hard.
dude, I will lose my
Yeah, it's
because
hard.
I'm so pissed.
I know.
And
it should be.
and
And we're all pissed. We're all, we all thought that, all that stuff was going to be released right after the election. We're gonna drain the swamp and find all the files and.
Well, the first term was more like that. That's what gave me hope for this term. The first term, there was some draining the swamp going on. I felt. Then we had the Biden disaster, and
the drain the swamp GQs is fucking crazy. Drain the swamp GQs is so on brand, but crazy as fuck. Oh my god, that's offside. Fuck.
Now the second term has been.
He always had too low in it. Owen Benjamin, no Owen Benjamin. What's his fucking name? Jeff Dye in it. Looking ass. Look how low his hat is on his head. Jesus Christ, Jeff Dye with the fucking incorrect information. You love to see it. You love to see it. Okie dokie. Let's get out of this. Oh yeah, big up Sam Smith, by the way. Big up Sam Smith. Sam Smith has changed somewhat. Big up Sam Smith. He's embraced his alter ego or whatever he's pointing at here. Big up blood clot Sam. Oh, my fucking chin is on fire. Sorry. Where is it? Where's the fucking article? Not that one. Is it the one? Where's the article gone? Where's Sam Smith? Where are you? What the fuck? Did I just have it a minute ago? Pardon me. Where's the fucking Sam Smith clip? Is that him there? No. Hello. Where the fuck is this Sam Smith clip? I don't know. Okay, cool. Let's finish. Ruben, we've done already. Comedy Apologia. Let's finish.
And I don't even know what this is.
What's really wild is watching two grown American men circle around what they actually want to say. And that's kind of sad, because for all of America's problems, it's still one of the few places where people can openly question things and disagree with powerful people. That's what stands out to me about Joe lately. You can tell when he wants to push further, but as soon as the conversation starts moving into an uncomfortable territory, Joe softens the landing.
He shuts it down.
The funny thing is that the crazier the world gets, the harder it is for Joe to bite his tongue.
It would have been a whole lot different.
But he already... Rogan already self-dislikes by the people he brings on the interview. Rogan's at a huge disadvantage with that one particular shoe because it's technically a, you know, you can be one in school because it's all black basically. You know? So yeah, you can get in trouble for that in PE. You can for sure.
First of all, if we didn't bomb Iran, I feel like we bombed them the first time, we were good. The second time was like, even the first time I was like, what the f are we doing?
Yeah.
And then when they were saying like, this is it, the escalation's over, we're gonna work this out, like, oh phew.
Yeah.
And the second time when
I don't believe in what Trump says.
The second time was like, even the first time I was like, what the f are we doing?
Yeah.
And then when they were saying like, this is it, the escalation's over, we're gonna work this out, like, oh phew.
Yeah.
And the second time when we bombed them, I was like, oh, great. Now, and most people don't want it. That's the real problem. Most people in the country don't want it. Now, look, I'm no fucking foreign policy expert. I don't know what's going on over there, but I do know that all the people I know that really support Israel above everything else, they're super happy about it. And I'm like, but all the people I know that are like America first, or people that are like no new wars, that really thought that we're going to change things and this is all just for money, we're not going to sacrifice soldiers for money, those people are all upset. I don't know really what's going on though. That's the problem.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just a comedian. I don't know what's going on. This is just too complicated for me. I'm just a comedian. What do I know? Right? What do I know? I just have this little tiny platform, this little tiny small little itsy bitsy show. I don't know anything.
And I really wish I understood Iranian politics more and the Iranian military structure, because it seems like that's super fucking complicated. Like, they've been preparing to be attacked like this forever. And so they have like all these layers of control. Like, when this guy gets taken out, new guys are like ready to fill their spot. And then when we're negotiating with a new guy, Israel kills him. Like, it's like, the is going on?
It's really weird watching Joe talk about some of the worst things being done by people in power, and then immediately get uncomfortable when the conversation gets too close to an actual opinion. Like, he'll give the disclaimer that he doesn't really know what's going on. Like that's somehow a pass to not criticize your leaders for going to war. Haynes eventually can't bite his tongue, and he tells Joe how he really feels about Trump. But still, Joe only has positive things to say.
Trump doesn't give about public land.
But his son does. This is what doesn't make any sense. Like his Donald Trump Jr.
Does he listen to anybody?
I don't know.
I don't
he
think so.
listened to me about psychedelics.
Well, okay. We'll talk to him about this thing.
Is that it again with sneaky roadless rule amendment?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe if I see him this weekend, I will see him this weekend, but maybe I'll talk to him about that. But I don't think
there was 99% of Americans oppose repealing the roadless rule. Okay, so why they work for us? Isn't that right? The public would say, yeah, we probably need to hunt mountain lions, keep them manageable.
I don't think the public of California would. I think I'm opposed to that. I'm opposed to ballot box biology.
No, me too.
So they got wolves into Colorado.
But I'm just wondering, like with this roadless rule, they didn't ask the public anything.
Right.
And 99% of the public oppose it.
Yeah, that's I would say way more people oppose that than oppose any kind of hunting thing.
Yeah, I'm good with, okay, so on your point then, I want biologists making the decision on hunting.
100%.
I don't want politicians making the decision on land use.
100%.
All right?
100%.
So that's all I'm saying. It's like, let's have experts in the field decide these things. It's like, who is
Rogan doesn't believe in experts. Rogan doesn't believe in experts because he thinks researching papers online or reading them cover to cover is basically having an essay and all that shit. There's no honoring an actual degree, which is really cool. So big up him. Big up him. Okay, cool. Man of the match. Well done.
Expert in the field who decided the White House needs a ballroom.
Me. I called in. No.
Haynes doubles down and brings up how Joe is at the White House all the time. And Joe goes from lightly criticizing Trump for war to saying Trump is a fun guy to be around.
You're at the White House all the time now.
I've been there a couple times. Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird. It's also very weird because as much as people hate Trump and hate his decisions and hate what he's doing and hate how he talks and my experiences with him personally have always been fun, unfortunately.
I think those were evidence is not evidence.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for everybody else. Like, if he likes you and you're on his good side, he's a fun guy to be around.
Yeah.
He says a lot of fun shit. The fucking man loves America. He genuinely does. He really does. Like, he wants to make the White House look better. He wants to build this ballroom because he has good intentions in terms of America. It's just there is not a single fucking person that's ever taken the job of the president of the United States that's loved by everybody.
Yeah.
But the issues that he's having right now is a lot of the stuff that is going on in this country is contrary to what people voted for. And that's what people are upset about. The war specifically.
This has become the Trump Scam Me and I Am Venting My Frustration podcast, followed by Joe Rogan Runs Defense for Trump, the compromised experience. Joe is getting better at deflecting the hard subjects each episode. Of course it's fun when powerful people like you, but they don't like Joe. They are using Joe. I think Joe knows, and he's just too deep. Like, why is he giving the ballroom positive talking points like he's Benny Johnson? Joe really is getting better at deflecting the hard subjects. But for most people, it's still noticeable that the 30 pieces of Spotify silver have his tongue's best interest at heart. Because even when the topics Haynes wants to discuss have been proven, Joe is still unsure, so he has to give his lukewarm, both sides answer.
I was like, the controlling the weather. I was like, that's conspiracy. But then I started seeing the planes like laying the fucking clouds out. Have you seen it?
Yes and no. Okay, so I actually did a show on this.
You did?
Yes. I did an episode of the podcast. I did an episode of Joe Rogan Questions Everything. Remember that show that I used to do way back in the day? We did a whole episode on chemtrails. And one of the things we found, first of all, the reason why it looks like that, this is just a fact. The reason why it looks like that is there's condensation in the atmosphere. You have a hot jet engine. It's passing through this cool air. And the hot jet engine and the cool, wet air creates clouds.
Yeah.
Those clouds are real. It's artificial clouds.
Right.
Also, they spray shit in the air.
Yeah.
Two things are happening at the same time.
Yeah, because you see the normal planes, you see the normal jet stream, and you're like, okay, checks out. Then you see the other ones, and it's a different jet stream.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. The condensation in the atmosphere is inconsistent.
But they're making...
Just like clouds are inconsistent.
But you can... We watched them the other day make laps.
Yeah, but it might not be the same plane. It might just be a route. right? You're not watching the entire plane go all the way down land and come back.
No.
Right. But you're watching consistent plane travel
patterns.
routes.
Yeah.
But that's why it looks like that. But it's just days where there's a lot of condensation in the atmosphere. Dude, I'm telling you, listen, those planes, if you're looking at a Southwest flight and looking at it, they're not spraying.
I don't know why Joe felt so obligated to fact check Haynes on this. Yeah, we know commercial airlines aren't spraying chemicals on people. Nobody said they were. Those are contrails. But geoengineering and cloud seeding are real things that the government openly acknowledges. I've literally seen local news stations interview government officials about cloud seeding programs. I think he just feels the need to push back on unsafe talking points because he is stuck in fight or flight mode from moderating his speech so much lately. It even gets to the point where Cameron, not so subtly, tells Joe they are using him. Somehow Joe manages to steer the conversation back to, yeah, well, Biden and Kamala were worse.
I feel sometimes like, how did I get in this position? I know you do too, like where you're at the White House. You're just like, how the fuck could somebody like me earn this opportunity, right? You've earned it through decades and decades of work, of being curious, of being fair, of being positive, of caring. And now people want to come on and share their thoughts with you. That gives you a platform. You've the most powerful voice probably in the world at sometimes. And so you get invited to the White House. And I know, like for me, I know they've used me there before. Like, yeah, I created value in myself. They invited me there for Veterans Day, and I said, no, I'm not going because I don't fucking agree with this war in Iran. I don't agree with all this shit. I don't want to go and have a picture in the fucking White House so people could be like, see, you fucking, you're part of this. You know, because we thought that Trump was the best option at the last election. I 100% believed he was better.
The thing is, he might still have been the best option.
He might be. But and that's fine.
We don't know what would have happened if the Kamala Harris administration had been a continuation of the Biden administration.
So Joe just basically described that South Park episode, the giant douche versus the turd sandwich. That's what we were stuck with. Like that's supposed to make us feel better. Joe is so unwilling to engage with what Haynes is obviously pointing at that he eventually has to be much more direct. Haynes starts talking about executive orders and basically how they aren't worth the paper they are written on. The point he's trying to make is that politicians are very good at giving influential people something they care about and turning it into a photo op, when in reality, executive orders are worthless. They were just using Joe to keep him happy or in line, whichever way he preferred to view it.
And Trump signed an executive order, something about public land.
Not to go over this old topic again, but especially they signed that fucking executive order after he publicly said he was politically homeless and was criticizing the administration a bit. So the timing was just pièce de résistance. I'm sure it's a coincidence. Maybe it's real. Who knows? But pièce de résistance. Of course, that's yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you now. I need to go to bed and get ready for tomorrow and shit. So appreciate you all. I'm already conking out, so about to leave you. How long did I die? Did I die for 10 minutes? How long did I die? I don't know how long I died. But we're gonna leave it there. See you guys tomorrow. We're gonna be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow. Is there another TFATK today? No, there isn't, right? Tuesday, the one that dropped already. Oh, there's no more TFATK in it. Cool, we'll go watch something else then. Tuesday was the 42-minute one. Today was the piss guy. So yeah, we'll finish piss guy tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll find something else to check out as well. But yeah, I'll see you guys there. Oh yeah, live Big Brown. Oh, I can't do that. Yeah, we can react to it. I can't do it live, but react to it. Yeah, big up Diana. Appreciate it for the heads up. Yeah, we'll do the live Big Brown. That's actually a good one. We'll do the Big Brown Big Down live. We'll do the big okay. Peace.